What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be trying to make Freddy's Pizzeria from Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit. This is basically Jeff's, just a little different. Wow, crazy, right? It's the same, but not the same. Anyway, here it is. I don't really have much to say about it other than, yeah, it is just a recolored Jeff's. With a couple extra rooms, actually. So if you made Jeff's, you can use the same layout, just it will be different, obviously. Pretty much everything is the same as far as, I guess, wall schemes even are, or wall-like colors. It's just, not colors, patterns, but they are just a little bit different as far as block choice and something or other else that I can't seem to remember what it is. But I feel like I'll get there later, just mid-video, so I'll be like, oh guys, I figured it out, and then tell you, when it's really not a good time to be telling you. Anyway, that's pretty much all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space for me for this one is a 54 by 147. And the materials we'll be needing to start off are black concrete, cyan terracotta, stone stairs. I believe this is white concrete? Yes, white concrete. Podzol. Spruce planks. Birch planks. And, it's so unfortunate. I guess we'll call it smooth sandstone. I don't really know where else to go. Starting from the front right-hand corner of your 54 by 147 grid, cough, cough, if you made it, you want to start by counting left by 2. And going back, you will place, I love numbers, 19 black concrete. On this side, you don't actually go back any further than that, which is, I guess, nice. You just do the 19. You will take the... You then want to come to the back black concrete and count forward by 1 from it, and going left, you will place 3 podzol, 3 stone, 1 podzol, and then you can bring that podzol forward by 3. And then left by, I don't have the number on hand, but I will give it to you. You'll go left by 25 with podzol. You'll then place a black concrete on the end and bring it back by 4. Take that back black concrete and bring it right by 2, and take the front of this little row, of which should be 5, and bring it forward by 14. Just like so. You can then take... The lag, oh my lord. You can then take each black concrete and extend it up by 8. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. It's currently 9:30 as I'm starting this, which is great. PM, not AM. So I'm a little bit lost. Not really, but also yes. I think I've come to the understanding or acceptance that this is not going to be a one-day thing, which is, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna be recording this until practically 1 AM if this is as long as I think it'll be, which I hope it isn't, but based on how long Jeff's was, it'll probably be longer than that, because 2 additional rooms, as you figure an extra 15 minutes per room, it's an extra 30 minutes on top of 3 hours, which is 3.5 hours. Quick math. Not really quick. Anyway, let's start with the stone, actually, for this next step. You want to take this little row of stone here on the right that we placed, and you'll bring it back with a row, and also forward with a row of stone stairs that faces forward. You'll then bring it forward with 2 rows of stone, and a row of stone stairs facing forward. 2 rows of stone, row of stone stairs facing forward, 2 rows of stone, and then a row of stone stairs facing forward. You will then, off of the front 6 blocks, place stone stairs facing to the right. The 4th one going back, you may want to make facing forward instead, so it gives you this, essentially. And then you can bring each of those stairs to the right with 2 stone blocks per, and it should just connect into the black concrete. Nice. In front of that, you can place rows of cyan terracotta that just go all the way to the front of the black concrete. And unlike what I'm doing right now, they actually want to go all the way across the front. So you'll just bring it all the way to the left, and etc. Side note, for those of you who remember Jeff's having the little street lamp, it doesn't exist on Freddy's. Don't know why, it just isn't there. If you see the image where they show the front or in the game, or the little, like, flash screen, it just vanishes. It's kind of funny, actually. Anyway. Going right to left in the gap here, behind the cyan terracotta and in front of that row of podzol, you'll place a full row of white concrete, 4 rows of stone, white concrete row, 4 rows of stone, whoopsies, white concrete row, 4 rows of stone, and you're going to keep this going until you should end with, I believe, 5 stone on the end. You could technically place a white concrete here, but it does not look like there's another parking space that is formed on the end. But, yeah, you'll just do this with 4 rows. If you made Jeff's, you could honestly structure block it. I actually did. Well, I did Freddy's first, I think. Yeah, I did Freddy's first. Which is kind of funny, because I did the inverse for the tutorials. Well, the tutorials are completely out of order, I guess, because Oswald's was the last I made. And that was the middle. But I also didn't feel like doing Jeff's and Freddy's back-to-back, so there's some in there that I thought was going to be shorter, and it wasn't. Which is always fun, I guess. Anyway, you should have this. What I recommend doing is essentially filling in anything else that you have with podzol. Not necessarily in the middle of the black concrete, but basically just like this little area here on the right is podzol up to this line. And I really would just take this back row of podzol and draw a line to the left, and then fill in whatever you may have here in the middle. Which will give you 4 full rows of podzol on the long bit. It's actually 5 over here. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. As in, it might actually not have been a build thing. It might have been a me doing weird things thing. So, get rid of your... Yeah, okay. Get rid of your podzol, white concrete, and actually everything else in front of that. So you'll just be left with the spruce planks, the birch planks, and the smooth sandstone, which I'll bring forward. You'll also get out brown terracotta, birch stairs, I believe slabs, but let me confirm. Yes, birch slab. Funnily enough, it is only 1. Dark oak trapdoors. Ochre frog lights. And yeah, we'll go with the cyan concrete. That seems reasonable enough. So, first off, you want to start at the left here, just to the right of this back row of black concrete, and you'll place a smooth sandstone just kind of behind the podzol. You'll bring it up by 2, and then either of those top 2 forward by 1 each. You then take those front ones and bring them right by 1. And from this end smooth sandstone, you'll go back diagonally to the right with the spruce plank. Right by 4. Forward diagonally to the right with the brown terracotta. Right 1. Or sorry, forward 1, jeez. Then right 1. Back 1. And then right with 12 spruce planks. brown terracotta, forward one, right one, back one, back diagonally to the right with a spruce plank, and then you'll leave a gap of 3 and place another spruce plank to the right, then go forward diagonally to the right with a smooth sandstone and right by 1. You can, if you so choose, make the smooth sandstone squares, which is really just bringing it back on either side, or at least back on the right, and then just kind of filling in this little crevice there. For consistency, you should bring the smooth sandstone up by 1, just so you have it symmetrical for right now. At least minus the gap on the one side. So what you want to do is you want to take the smooth sandstone here on these sides, and you want to bring it up with 2 brown terracotta, 2 smooth sandstone, and 2 brown terracotta, which will make it as tall as the black concrete, in case that interests anybody. And you'll do this on both sides, as I think mentioned. I don't remember anymore. Now the middle squares of brown terracotta can be brought up with 2 smooth sandstone, 2 brown terracotta, 2 smooth sandstone, and 2 brown terracotta, which will end up making it 1 taller than the side pillars. Which, it's weird how it's only 1 taller, yet the difference in the wall heights is so much more than 1. I don't know. I don't make the rules. Actually, I do make the rules. If I make the builds, I guess I make the rules. You'll then have this, which is nice. On the... let's go with the left. Yeah, we'll start with the left. You want to place going, well, left to right on top of each spruce plank, a dark oak trapdoor open to the left, a dark oak trapdoor open to the right, a gap of 1, dark oak trapdoor open to the left, dark oak trapdoor open to the right. You'll then copy that row 2 more times, and if you don't know how to do this, you'll essentially just, actually I'll show it over here. You sneak, and then place, and then open, without sneaking preferably. Because then it'll just try to place another one, kind of like that, actually. Except probably in a more logical place. You can then place 4 rows of birch planks on top of that. We'll do the sign concrete later. Also, the sign concrete is ripped in the exact same spots as it is on Jeff's, which I find very weird. Anyway, going left to right, or I guess right to left on top of the spruce planks, doesn't matter, although do keep in mind trapdoor direction will change. You'll place 2 dark oak trapdoors opened up against the left, 2 dark oak trapdoors opened up against the right, 4 spruce planks, 2 dark oak trapdoors opened up against the left, and then 2 dark oak trapdoors opened up against the right. You'll then bring at least each trapdoor up by 1. Leave the birch alone for a second here. Hello? There we go. It's apparently in the way. When am I not, I guess? Am I in the way again? No. Not this time. So you'll have this. In the middle, going left to right on top of this row of birch planks, you'll place a birch stair facing right. Gap of 2, birch plank. Next row up, still on top of those 4, you'll place birch plank on top of the stair. Right with an upside down slab, and then 2 planks. You can extend those planks across the left and right, so it goes over those windows. And then you'll go up with 5 additional rows of birch planks on top of that, which will make it as tall as your pillars. Very awesome. Why is everybody DMing me? I'm trying to record a video, my guys. But fine, be that way. Classic. While it's on my mind, behind each of these dark oak trapdoor windows, you'll just place ochre frog lights. You can really place these oriented, however. Although, as per Jeff, or as it was in Jeff's, I like to have it so the, I guess the smoother side of the ochre frog lights face forward. I wonder if there's still the missing one. I think that was Jeff's anyway. But it is funny to think about. Just like that. On the right here, you'll take either side spruce plank and bring it up with 6 birch planks. Okay, really? You can then connect the top 4 birch planks together left to right. Like so. And that's where your door will end up going once we get there. Now the cyan concrete. You can... Yeah, so you want to take the second row of birch above each window and or door and place a full row of cyan concrete just off of it, like this. You'll then go down diagonally forward from each of those with another row of cyan concrete. That doesn't really do anything fancy just yet. We'll break in a second where the holes are, though. So you'll have this. On each of them... You'll take the furthest left cyan concrete and count 1 to the right and break it. And you'll do that on all 3. And that's actually the only holes. I think Jeff did have one more on the middle, but it's not there. So. Yeah. Get rid of your brown terracotta, maybe? Yeah, get rid of your brown terracotta and get out smooth sandstone slabs. First off, what you want to do is on top of each of the pillars, you'll just place a 2x2 of smooth sandstone slabs. Then on the lower birch plank walls, you'll also place smooth sandstone slabs just directly on top. However... Going in at the top here from these 2 smooth sandstone slabs, you'll place a slab, a block. I would recommend making these blocks out of slabs. I'll explain why in a second. In with an upside down slab, up with a block, in with an upside down slab, up with a block, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, and then you'll place a couple of blocks in the middle. The reason I tell you to use... Okay, well, that's not really helpful. The reason I tell you to use slabs instead of blocks... Wow, maybe they fixed it. But it used to be to where this was different than this. Maybe they... Did they fix that? Is this really going to be... This is the way that I figure out that they fixed that. Good to know. Well, then disregard that, I guess. You can bring that whole roof thing, though, back by 1. And also, do make sure that you fill in the... underside here in with birch planks on the back row, which means you don't want the upside down slabs and stuff. Yeah, wow, they really did fix that. It's been like that literally since Bedrock became a thing. Why are they just now fixing whatever? I'm glad they fixed it, but at the same time that annoys me because I'm wrong, obviously. On the back here, you will take these smooth sandstone slabs on this lower roof on either side and bring them in by 1. Then go in with a birch plank. Bring that birch plank up by 1. And then up with a smooth sandstone slab. You can then connect those 2 slabs together with more slabs. I think that's everything we need right now. Yes, clear your inventory and get out. Give me, like, 3 seconds. You know, we'll worry about that in a minute. Mangrove planks. Mangrove stairs. Stripped dark oak, wood or logs, doesn't really matter. Bamboo slabs. Spruce slabs, which we might just use for planks. We'll see. Spruce stairs. Wait, we can see right now. Yeah, we'll use it for planks. Oak planks. Polished blackstone buttons. And blackstone walls. So, in the doorway here on the right, you will go back diagonally in and place a row of mangrove planks at the base. Take the middle mangrove plank and bring it up by 2, and again, you'll be left with a shape that may or may not be oddly familiar in a bad way. You'll place a mangrove stair on either mangrove plank on the sides here that faces towards the plank in the middle. And then you'll do the same thing on top of that with upside down stairs. You may have to come around to the back and place some placeholders for this. But regardless, that's your door. The little hole here at the bottom of the wall between the windows will be backed with sideways stripped dark oak. So it'll give you kind of the, I guess, slatted texture like this. That is also something that's on both Freddy's and Jeff's. Don't know why. I need to stop getting pinged. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Let's head up to the tippy top. And you want to take these top 2 birch planks and count down by 1 and place a blackstone wall off of either of those blocks. Go down from either of those with a spruce plank. And go right with an upside down slab. Place a normal slab on top. And also, well, we can start by placing the polished blackstone buttons off of either of those spruce planks. And then to the left, you'll place a spruce stair facing left. On top of that stair, you'll place a slab. And below that stair, you'll place a plank. And then an upside down stair facing left. Go right with a stair facing right and then a slab. On top of that end slab and that stair, you'll place a couple of oak planks. Then below the, I guess, bottom of this Freddy head, which is the upside down stair, the normal stair, and the slab, you'll place a couple of upside down bamboo slabs, which should be 3 in total. You'll extend to the right by 1 and then go, I guess, off either side with a normal bamboo slab, which is kind of down diagonally. You'll then go back down diagonally in with an upside down bamboo slab, and then you can just connect them together. We'll revisit this in like 10 seconds. Between each of the white concrete lines at the back row of the stone, you'll cover it with bamboo slabs. Like so, I just forgot about that. You can then clear your inventory and get out a block of coal and lime terracotta. And what you want to do is you want to break this row of birch planks inside the little bamboo slab shape here, and you'll fill it with block of coal. From this point, you will just essentially spam lime terracotta over the podzol on the floor here, and just make sure that you cover most of it, and generally keep it 1 block tall. There are a couple areas where it is fine to make it 2, like in this corner, for example, and in that corner over there. Those are the 2 spots that I have it as too tall. But make sure that you have just enough and not really too much. Like, definitely need some more right here. A little bit more. Something like that, maybe. Nothing crazy and nothing specific. But anyway, that's the outside of Freddy's done. It's time for everybody's favorite. Not really, it's probably nobody's favorite. The interior layout. Now, we're going to do this the same as we did Jeff's, which I guess the only thing I'm actually implying by that is that we're going to rotate ourselves to where the... Well, there I go. To the left of... Or the front of Freddy's is to our left. Let's see if I can actually get back in. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. So, you want to start off by getting out tough bricks, polished tough, white concrete powder, gray concrete powder, red wool. I guess we'll go white wool, yeah. Clay, as in the block, cyan terracotta, and really one more material. Like, what room could we actually... Maybe the ball pit? Hold on, let me check really quickly what the walls are. I don't remember. Yeah, sure. Light gray concrete. Oh, we can also do the clay in there, actually, if we want. Side note, for those of you who made Jeff's, I actually realized I forgot the mural on the wall that's faded over. It's in the thumbnail, though, so I guess just use that. But I did realize that, like, after the tutorial was released, and I was like, darn it. But, yeah. Anyway, Starting off with the first room, you want to take the mangrove door that's sticking out and going forward, well below it I guess, you'll place 4 tough bricks. You'll then go right by 17. And back by 3. Leave a gap of 2 and then go back with 5 tough bricks. Then go left with 6. Leave a gap of 3 this time. Go left with, what is that, 8? I'm so good. And then go forward with 3. In each of the back 2 corners, you'll place a polished tuff inside of the wall. Like so. Now, what you want to do is you want to take the back right-hand tough brick, and going right from it, you will place 31 tough bricks. Leave a gap of 2. Place 11 tough bricks. Gap of 2. 13 tough bricks. Gap of 2. 10 tough bricks. You will then go forward with 4 red wool. Leave a gap of 3. Place 4 red wool. Then a tough brick. And this tough brick can be brought to the left by 71. And then you can go back by 1 to connect up that room. From this point, you can come back to the right, and you will take, I guess, both the front and back tough brick, and hold on, give me like 3 seconds. You will bring them each right by, I'm scrolling images. You should go right with 18 tough bricks. Bring the back one forward by 4 and the front one back by 5. So the door will be just beyond the center point going back. Also, I made this mistake on Jeff's and I have made it on Freddy's. On the rows of 4 red wool, you will take the one closest to the wall and replace it with a polished tuff. I caught it quicker at least, but still made it. It's very unfortunate. So, if you recall how Jeff's was, this next room has the checkerboard pattern. So you essentially want to copy this entire tough brick wall, right a row with a checkerboard of gray concrete and white concrete pattern, as in both concrete patterns. You will then go right from each of them by 20. And if you have the corner, whatever you place the corner block, you should probably bring either right by 1 or back by 1. Essentially, the corner block should be the same as one that's touching it. So again, that number was 20 in case my rambling made you forget it. Before we continue on, so if you have the end here is a gray concrete powder, you will take each of the, well, I guess either way, you'll take these end 3 concrete powders and bring them out with their inverse one, which will, oh my god, which means you will be left with a double diagonal like this. It doesn't actually matter because the vent will cover it up anyway, but that just helps other things. And then whatever this furthest right one is, you will bring out by 1, so there'll be forward by 1 with the same block, and then you'll just continue your checkerboard pattern moving forward, and it should line up. Just that little corner is a bit weird, because if you don't have that little double, it won't line up for some reason. I don't remember why particularly, but it is what it is, I guess. Let's do the ball pit room, I guess, get it out of the way. So you want to head to the furthest right doorway here out of these back. I guess 4, because there's one over there. And you want to bring the 3 tough bricks to the left of it back with, again, the alternating gray and white concrete patterns. You will then go back by 13 on the left. Then right by 18. Forward by 13. And then just connect back to the left, except you obviously don't want to connect all the way, you just want to make sure you have that doorway opened. Like so. Back to the tough bricks. We'll take the doorway just left of the doorway to the ball pit room, and what you want to do is you want to start by taking the tough bricks to the right of the door, and specifically you will go right with math. Hello? You'll go right by 7, just like that. You will then go back by 10, left by 15, forward by 3, leave a gap of 2, 5 tough bricks, and then right by 6. You'll then take the front left-hand corner of the room that we just made, which should be this block. You can see where I placed that red wool. Don't actually do that, though. And you will go left from it by 4. Leave a gap of 2, and then hold on, I need to do like a quick math thing. You should go left with 30 tough bricks from there. So you can see where I end. You'll then go back by 3, leave a gap of 2, back with 5 tough bricks, and then you'll go right with 7, leave a gap of 2, 15 tough bricks, gap of 2, and then what should be 9 tough bricks. Just like so. You will again take the bottom left-hand corner of that room, and you will bring it left with 18 tough bricks. Then go back by 10. And then to the right by 18. Or I guess 17, my bad. You will notice that this door does get blocked off by that room. There's not really much I could have done about that, but yeah. I mean, you never do see the hallway that is here. And either way, it doesn't make sense. I just don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like there should be a hallway there, but there is anyway. At least logically. Let's head all the way to the right this time. And let me just, hold on, I need to get over there. But you want to be just behind where the kitchen is. Of course, everybody is DMing me again now that I'm recording. And so what you want to do is you want to, can I get through the door? Thank you. You want to take this back right-hand tough brick on the kitchen and bring it back with a light gray concrete. Go right by 2. Back by 10. Left by 18. Forward by 3. Leave a gap of 2. Place 5 light gray concrete and then connect all the way back to the right. And then kind of same drill as usual. You'll take the light gray concrete wall here on the left and bring it to the left with the exact same wall just made out of tough bricks. There we go. I got there. Sometimes it takes me a minute, but I do get there. Now, what you want to do is you want to go left off of the front and back tough brick. Well, I guess off the front one to start with 7 tough bricks. Gap of 2, and then you should place, I believe, 8 tough bricks? Yes. Then go back by 4, leave a gap of 2, 4 tough bricks, and then you should go right by 16 for this. To connect. Nice. You will then take the... We'll say the back tough brick to start, and you want to bring it left. And from this back left-hand corner, you will go left with 11 tough bricks. Leave a gap of 2, and then place 17 tough bricks. Correction, 18 tough bricks. You will then connect forward from there, and you see you will be, I guess, here, wherever this line is. And then you'll go right by 2, leave a gap of 3, and then the rest will be tough bricks, except you do want to leave that doorway as a gap. Just like so. And that's pretty much the layout done, although we didn't do that room, so let's just punch it out. Get rid of the red wool for now and get out smooth stone. And what you want to do is, I need to get back there first, actually. I don't actually think I need to be honest. That's fine, whatever. You want to take the tough bricks to the right and place 5 smooth stone. I guess 1 smooth stone behind each of the tough bricks to the right. Specifically 5 tough bricks to the right, God. And I'll do the same on the left, except it will be 6 instead. You'll then take either end and bring it back by 18. And connect together at the back with more smooth stone. Now, from this point, do we start with the walls or the floor? We'll start with the walls, I guess. So you want to take each tough brick and just start by bringing it up by 1. We'll kind of do this, I guess, 1 step at a time, with some time lapses thrown wherever I choose, I guess. Well, particularly for the main portion of the walls, which we'll probably actually do... Yeah, we'll do the main portion first, and then just do all the other side rooms later, or after, which I won't time-lapse those, because funny. I'll get there in a second here. Not really, there's a lot of blocks to place here. So, I guess, for those of you who did not build Jeffs, or who did, and just wants a refresher, I love trying to place blocks and also talk at the same time. It goes so great. The floor is just above the grass, so this essentially that bottom layer of blocks is practically useless other than to set the borders for us, which is basically the whole reason I add them anyway. But yeah, this next row is the first full row of the wall that you can see. Again, in case anybody needed to or cared for that information, I guess I'll say something while I'm placing a random amount of blocks. Just like this. Now, this is where I'll time-lapse because, yeah, basically, well, what might be smart as well is these polished tufts here in the entrance room you can bring up by 1 and include them in this, except just remember that instead of tough bricks on top, you're placing polished tuff. You want to do alternating gray and white concrete powder basically all the way around the build. And this goes the same way as before, to where you really don't have corners, or you don't want to place the corners unless you have to. Like you see here, you will need a white concrete powder because it's visible from this side of the wall, and I guess here as well. But outside of that, really just make sure you kind of know where everything is and what you're doing. And once you have placed that, you will place then 4 rows of tough bricks on top. Or, again, in the lighter case, 3 polished tuff on these little corners. Or 4 polished tuff, excuse me, it does not change. The top 3 rows of tough bricks will connect together above doorways. I think that's like all that's important to say. I don't really think there's anything else. Yeah, so just do this with every single room. You don't really need to bring up corners, except for, again, the rooms that you can actually see the corners of other rooms in. If that makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't, but... regardless, I'm gonna do this, and I'll be back in... however long it takes. I don't really know. Now we can, I guess, start to wipe out some of the other rooms or areas that should not get filled in our catastrophe. Sure, we'll go with that. So we'll start with the curtain that breaks up the massive, what is, I guess, dining room and backstage. You want to take the polished tuff on either side here and just bring it up by, what is it, 6? Yes, up by 6. So from this point, you should get out red wool in place of white for just a minute, and you want to bring these 3 red wool each up by 1. Then, I guess, get rid of... I don't even know. I guess get rid of the red wool and get out white wool. That's definitely not white wool. And you'll place white wool on top of those rows of red wool that extend towards each other by 1. And then you can get rid of the white wool and get back out red wool and just place 4 rows of red wool on top of the white. It will not connect together, it will leave that little 1 block gap in the center. Just like so. Now, out of the 4 rooms remaining, 2 of them do have the same kind of thing going on. However, they're different still, so ignore the fact that they're the same, but they're different, whatever. You want to take the furthest right room, which should be the basement, and you want to bring the checkerboard pattern here that we have around the trim up just by 1. You can do alternate if you want. It literally doesn't make a difference. The only spot you might see it, I'll probably tell you to replace it with the floor anyway or some other block. AKA polished basalt, I believe. I'll bring it all up. I was just going to bring up the necessities, but I'll bring up everything for the funnies. Just like so. You'll have something that looks like this. Again, it might look different if you inverted it, but that's not really my concern. Then what you can do is you can bring each concrete powder up with 5 tough bricks. Except... that's really cool. Except for the corner here, where you have these 2 sticking out, it'll be 5 polished tough instead. But everything else is tough bricks. The layout is always the really boring part. I mean, it's all boring, I guess. Not really. This is, I guess members who are watching this as this releases, you may get some weird gaps where you just don't get anything. That's because I'm usually working on either this or what will probably be next Pizzeria Sim, but that should only be like a 2-day or maybe 3-day thing if I'm slow. Because I've got a bunch of those, in my back pocket that I need to record and just At least for the ones like that, like the FNAF ones, where it'll be a one video thing, you won't get any parts. I do have something that will be a multi-part thing that you'll probably get each part, or maybe even like 2 parts at a time. But just for now, I do apologize for that. Now, the other checkerboard pattern, anyway, that room is done. The other checkerboard pattern you will bring up by 2, except this time I do recommend inverting at least the top row. I'll invert both because I'm funny like that. But yeah, you want to bring it all up by 2. I feel like the lack of a floor is really going to throw me off. Or is throwing me off. Or both, I guess. That is, technically speaking, not out of the options. But yeah, that did throw me off, actually. That's, I screwed up the curtain at first, but it's correct on what you're seeing, hopefully. Unless I forgot to edit out the thing, in which case I don't even know what to say at that point. If I managed to somehow forget to edit out an error, then I would be shocked. Considering I do always cut the video at that point. And start a new recording. Anyway, you'll have something that might or might not look like this. Again, it depends on how you did your inverting of stuff. What you can do from there is place 4 rows of light gray concrete on top of each concrete pattern. And again, you do want to connect the top through across the doorway. I forgot to mention that in the basement, but it's fine. It's not too complicated, I don't believe. Oh wait, I forgot there's another room, didn't I? I forgot about the smooth stone room. That room is like the easiest, though. I guess if you haven't played the game, spoilers for that room in particular. And I guess another room that also isn't in Jeff's. Which I guess if you've played the game or have any sort of logic, you'll notice that there are 2 rooms that seem a little bit not in Jeff's. Especially if you made my Jeff's. Anyway, that's enough rambling. There you go. The next light gray concrete walled room is this one, which is the security office. I'm so glad it was light gray concrete because of the fact that we already needed it and I forgot about this room in general. You want to start by placing just 1 row of light gray concrete on top of the original. Sorry, I got confused because on my... Ooh, that's in the way. On my other account... It like looked like I was, or it felt like I was electrifying with the way I was moving, but I'm not. I think I was just losing it though. And then you'll do the same gray and white concrete powder checkered pattern on top of those walls. Again, make sure you do whatever you want with the corners. Actually, I don't care. Just make sure that they aren't important. Make them useless. It's kind of mean, I guess. But too bad. You'll then place 4 rows of light gray concrete on top of the checkerboard pattern. Hey, we're almost done the walls. Then we'll do the floor, and then probably I'll touch up 1 little thing with the ceiling, maybe? Or maybe we'll just start with the interior. I don't really know. I'll probably do the ceiling thing first, because it's quick and easy and not much. And it also doesn't apply to every room. Not that that really matters, I guess, but I figured I'd point it out anyway. And the last and final room, which is this little guy here at the back, who I guess isn't very little, you want to... I love how my controller just didn't turn my character. You want to place, on top of the original smooth stone, 6 additional rows. And again, the top 3 will connect over the doorway. It is nice that every room is the same height, I guess. That's something. For some reason, I thought the ball pit room was shorter. I don't know why. I had that thought when I just went in there, in this video. When we started those walls, I was like, is that shorter? But no, it's not. I'm just a little bit crazy, I guess. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Not quite. I have not had Cocoa Puffs in years. So off topic, but like I don't know. I don't really eat cereal all that often. I like muffins. Muffins are my main thing. Costco muffins in particular, in case anybody really cares. Or also bagels. Bagels are good. Or Pop-Tarts, I guess. Can never go wrong with a Pop-Tart. Anyway, that was so unrelated, but I guess it gave me something to talk about. But there's your walls done. So from this point, I would say the floor is our next best route to go down the path, something like that. Get rid of everything except for the clay blocks and the cyan terracotta, and I guess you can move them both to the front of your inventory. And in addition, get out light blue terracotta, spruce planks, and we'll get out the polished tough slabs as well, and I'm pretty sure that's all we'll need to do the floor, along with this thing, which isn't, I guess, the floor, but it's close enough. So we'll start with the rooms that are different, which are particularly the ball pit room and the security... Shut up. And the security office. Heading to the ball pit room, which is the furthest right room in this middle row, that's kind of a bit bigger than the rest. You want to start from the back right-hand corner, and moving forward, you will place 6 spruce planks. You will then bring each of those 6 spruce planks all the way to the left until they are 1 block away from the left wall. And you'll fill in this entire area in with spruce planks. The rest of the floor in here would be light blue terracotta, which would include at least the back half of that doorway. Because I guess that makes enough sense, I don't really know. And then it's literally just a security office. And then the rest of the floor is the same. Do want to double check one other room, actually. So the security office is the other light gray concrete walled room, and the floor in here is literally just cyan terracotta. There's nothing fancy going on. And you will fill in the entire thing. Yippee. Just like this. I don't know why I'm filling it this way, but whatever, it's fun, I guess. There you go. Now, for the rest of the rooms, again, I am going to double check one room as I'm saying this. You want to do an alternating checkered pattern of clay blocks and cyan terracotta. You can pick any room, I guess, to start with, and I would recommend placing particularly one of the blocks and then just slash filling replace with the other. I'll show you with this first room here what I mean. Only thing is, because of the size of some of these rooms, you will have a bit of a weird time, perhaps, with... I'll get there, don't worry, eventually. Bit of a weird time with the loading chunks, as in what actually we'll be able to place. But you see here, I'll just go into this gap, copy, and then I'll, I guess, dig under here. I don't really know. And then do slash fill, cyan, terracotta, or I guess keep, not replace, would be after. And you see it, and it's done, yay. So, yeah, you're gonna do that in every room. Whoopsies. And, yeah, again, I would advise just placing one of the blocks and then doing, like, slash fill commands. But, this will take a minute, yeah, so enjoy the minute, I guess, unless you don't want to. That's... I would completely understand that, considering I wouldn't say checkerboard patterns are the most fun things to place in the world. Not the worst, but certainly far from the greatest. But, yeah, anyway, I'll catch you back in probably like 15 minutes, I don't know. Math is hard. there you go. There is your floor filled in. Now, one more thing before we move on to decorating. It's with these polished tuff slabs. So around each room with, I guess, the basic wall pattern, which is just every room except for that extra room, the security office, the ball pit room, and the basement as well. You want to just go around the top layer of the walls and go with, place a, like, rectangle or whatever shape of upside down polished tuff slabs. If you have, particularly in the main entrance, or I guess the lobby, you have those, like, weird things, you just want to keep this rectangle and kind of ignore them. I'll show you what I mean in a second. And also, in this room, you do want to go across where the curtain is, and then just have another slab there over the top of the curtain. But it's nothing too crazy. I'll show you what I mean with the main entrance room in a second here. I just gotta get all of this in first. But yeah. Pretty much your rooms will look like this now. Your walls will look a little bit thicker. And as mentioned, you see where we have these in the corners, you're just going to place like a row at the back and a row at the sides and really just ignore them. You're not going to, I guess, sharpen the corners, if you will, by placing an extra slab in there. It's a pretty easy step. This was also on Jeff's like this. I think exactly the same, except for, obviously, this extra room here that I'm just adding. The little party room, I believe it is. I don't remember. I think it's party room. Something like that, at least. But, yeah. And then we'll do this pretty much the same as we did Jeff's, I think. As in, just going across per row, left to right. And just doing each room. Oh, I don't want to add an extra row there. So we'll start with the lobby, then do the main dining area, then backstage, and, why do I want to say bathroom? Basement, there we go. Yeah. There you go, it'll look like this, pretty much. So you can see that the rooms that don't have it are actually just the furthest right room in each row. Because I guess technically speaking, that is the furthest right room in that row, because it's the only room in that row. But anyway, once you have done that, you want to not dramatically fall to the floor. You want to head to your main entrance room. We will worry about doors after, so don't worry about those right now. However, we are going to worry about everything else that isn't that. So, and I guess anything involving the ceiling we'll wait on. Which there is something decoration-wise in here. Oh, if I could ever stop yawning. What you want to do is you want to start off by getting out. I'll get there. Deep slate bricks. I believe that's cyan? Yeah, cyan stained glass blocks. Deep slate tiles. Beacons, unless you're in survival, then you need 2 of them, so I wouldn't really go crazy about it if you are in survival. Cauldron. A creeper head. Why do I always forget what these things are called? Trial spawners. And we'll go stone slab. And, good lord, note block. I called it the right thing this time, at least. So we will start in the front left, actually, because we might as well. You want to place in the very front left-hand corner an upside-down stone slab with a note block on top. I think this is a radio, actually, and then I ended up changing the radio design, which you'll see it. You saw it in Oswald's house, and you'll see it in the next room over. It might not be a radio, though. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Back left-hand corner, just in front of this row of, or in front of this pillar here, you will place a creeper head facing kind of diagonally into the corner. It's facing more back than it is left. To the right of this polished tuff, which I actually have as a tuff brick, which is interesting, you want to go right with 2 deep slate bricks. You'll then break the concrete powder above them, and pretty much lined the side, or the bottom and left side with deep slate bricks, which is just breaking these tough bricks and also placing one behind this concrete powder here. The oh my god, sorry. The tough bricks above will become deep slate tiles, which will also be brought out by one. So you have like a 2-block divot here. I'm having every problem right now, apparently. You'll place beacons in the back of that with cyan stained glass covering the front. Just to the right of that, you'll place a cauldron, and to the right of that, you will break these next 2 tough bricks and replace them with trial spawners. You will need to replace the concrete powder. You can just get rid of the trial spawner for that. And actually everything else in the process. Forgot about that part. And now you can get out green stained glass panes, lime stained glass panes, sand, orange terracotta, my god, cut sandstone, spruce, I believe, signs. It's hard to tell. They're like a glowing for some reason on my screen. Yeah, it is spruce signs though. Spruce stair, mangrove roots, and what do we go with? The orange banner, maybe? Sure, we can go with the orange banner. It's unfortunate because we need one other material to pair with that, but it's whatever. And it's not a loom, by the way. From the open doorway here, god, this 3x3, you will count up diagonally to the left by 1 and going left, place 2 green stained glass panes. Bring either one up by 1 and extend to the right by an additional 1. Similar thing, except from the top right, you'll count up diagonally right by 1 and place 2 lime stained glass panes to the right. Bring either one up by 1, and this time you do not go to the left by 1, it is just a square. Or I guess it looks like a rectangle like that. Either way, you will count to the far left and then down to the tough brick above this concrete powder here on the furthest right block of this wall. And you'll break up by 3 and also a row to the left. Did I say left? Whatever. Place an orange terracotta in the bottom left-hand corner of this gap and another one up diagonally to the right from that. Then the rest of this little gap can be filled in with sand. From the doorway on the right wall, you will count to the tough brick behind it and go left with 4 cut sandstone. Bring the left block back by 2, and then you'll take the middle of the, I guess, left and front and place a spruce sign or multiple spruce signs in those middle blocks, which is either the middle 2 or the just middle 1. Swear to God, I need like an energy drink right now. On top of the rightmost 2 blocks of the counter, you'll place mangrove roots, and on top of the furthest left one, you'll place a spruce stair facing back. I don't know why I mean, I never drink energy drinks, but I guess that's besides the point. On the front half of the doorway here, you will be on the middle of these 3 tough bricks and place an orange banner. Off of the bottom half of this orange banner, you want a black stone wall, which you can just get rid of the orange banner for. Now I want you to clear your inventory because I don't know how many materials we need for this next step because I know that it's more than like 1. These just died? Don't tell me this has died. Oh my god, it's all died. Of course it is. So you want to get out an armor stand, and I think you know where this is going instantly. Freddy Fazbear time. A full set of leather armor. Brown dye. A cauldron, water buckets, and we'll get out the smithing table now, and place your armor stand just off of the backmost cut sandstone to the left of it, and it is again, basically it's at a 45-degree angle this time. Then you can place your smithing table and cauldron each, yep. That slid almost back to its original position. That's wild. You will place your cauldron with water in it down, not water on the floor. And you'll right-click once with brown dye. And what you can do now is, if I could take the chest plate to confirm, Okay, yeah. You want to dye each piece of the armor into this brown dye. You can put on every piece except for the tunic, which you'll leave to the side as you clear the rest of your inventory. And get out a silence armor trim, I believe. I'll see it. No, when I see it, yes. Silence armor trim. A netherite ingot. Hopefully you're not in survival again. Glowstone dust. And that should be it, actually. You will open up your smithing template. Put the silence armor trim in the first slot, the leather tunic in the middle slot, and the netherite ingot in the right slot. And that's your chestplate. I did actually dye this a little bit more white, I believe, or yellow. There's some other color in here. But let's just mix colors and see. I put an orange in, I put a white in. Yeah, put an orange and a white into your cauldron. And then do it, and that looks a little bit better. It's still more faded on my original one, but I do like that that stands out. I actually think I just like stole my original Freddy's armor. I didn't actually do this in this build. So right click on him with glowstone dust so he holds it in his hand, and then you want to crouch and right click once, twice, 3 times. And he will be in this pose where he has his left arm down and his right arm is holding the glowstone dust out. Which is a piece of pizza, for the record. I know it's not, like, revolutionary, but it's what it is, so. Anyway, you can clear your inventory if you haven't already and get out a lightning rod, gray carpet, warped stair, oh my lord, white wool, red wool, pointed dripstone, and I believe that's everything we need to finish off this room, again, except for ceiling stuff, but I don't care about ceiling stuff right now. Front right-hand corner, you will place a lightning rod with a gray carpet on top. This is one of the few lightning rods in any build, really, that has the fat end facing up. Usually I like it down, because that's just how the shape works better, but not here. To the left of it, you want a warp stair facing right, and then you will leave a gap of 1, and going left, you'll place an alternating 4 blocks of white and red wool. Leave a gap of 2, and do the same thing again. So you have this. You'll then bring each of those wools back by 1, except with the opposite wool. So if it's a white, you bring it back with a red. If it's a red, you bring it back with a white. And if you have the pattern the same as me, you will place on top of each red wool a pointed dripstone. If you don't, it's a white wool, and it just basically it's from the front left-hand corner, whatever block that one is. It's just that set. Those are party hats. Those pretty much stay consistent, I would say. Since FNAF 2, I believe, is when I first used dripstone. I think FNAF 1 I used candles. Anyway. Let's get out a couple more things. Instead of clearing inventory. Get out mangrove stairs. Dark oak trapdoors. And honestly, we might just leave it there, actually. Yeah. The other set is various buttons. So head into the room to the left, which is the really big room. And you want to start from the front left-hand corner, and you want to count right by 8. And right here, you will place a mangrove stair facing back. Bring it back with 2 white wool, and bring either white wool to the right by 4. On pretty much every other block on the long sides of the table, you'll place mangrove stairs. Which is first, third, and fifth. Or first, middle, and last, if you so choose that way. Taking the furthest right mangrove stair, you will trace it straight back and place a mangrove stair here up against the wall. Bring it forward with 2 white wool and then another mangrove stair facing back into that. And bring either white wool this time to the right by 3. And then on the far end here, you'll place a set of mangrove stairs again. From the back right-hand mangrove stair, you will count to the right by 3 and place a white wool here. And then you will count to the right an additional 6 and place a mangrove stair here. So you can see it's basically stair, 2 block gap, wool, 5 block gap, stair. Checkerboard pattern does make counting easy in case I say something stupid like that makes 0 sense. Anyway, bring that mangrove stair then forward with 2 white wool and then another mangrove stair facing back into that. Bring either white wool to the right by 3 again and place the mangrove stairs off that far end as well. You can then take the front left mangrove stair on this table and to trace it all the way forward and place a mangrove stair here. You don't want to bring this stair to the right by 1 and bring either of those stairs back with 2 white wool each. Extend that white wool to the right by 1 and also to the left by 2. Off the front left white wool, you'll place a mangrove stair facing back. And off the back left, you'll place one facing forward. You will then go right with an additional mangrove stair, leave a gap of 2, and place another mangrove stair here on the end. I need to just stop yawning, honestly. I apologize if anybody's also been yawning now because of me. Fun times. Anyway, this doorway here on the back, you will leave a 3 block gap to the right of, and on this 4th block, place a mangrove stair. Bring it forward with 2 white wool, and then a mangrove stair facing back into that white wool. Bring either white wool to the right by 3, and again place your mangrove stairs off the far end, I should say. You'll then take the front right mangrove stair and trace it all the way forward, and then go left a block and place a mangrove stair here facing back. Bring it back with 2 white wool and then a mangrove stair. This time, either white wool will be brought to the right by 4, and then you'll do the same thing as before, where every other block is a mangrove stair. Now what you can do is actually head to the ball pit door, which is the final door here on the back wall, and you will count left of it to the 4th tough brick, which is this one. You'll place a mangrove stair, bring it forward with 2 white wool, and then another mangrove stair. Bring either white wool to the left by 3, and then place a set of mangrove stairs here as well. Trace the front left-hand mangrove stair all the way forward, except count back by an additional 1 and place 2 white wool and then a mangrove stair. There's just no... whoopsies. There's just no, chair here. Bring the white wool to the right by 4. And do the every other mangrove stairs off the back side of this table. Off the front, there is just a mangrove stair off either, like, front right-hand white wool, like this. There's all of your tables in place, and I pretty much think that's what we need our inventory for, except for the pointed dripstone, which we will add on 2 tables, actually. On the front row, you have 4 tables. Well, you have 4 on both the front and back. That's a horrible example. On the front left, you have 2 5x2 tables, which is just going along the front wall. Along the front row of white wool on each of these 2 5-block tables, you'll place a full row of pointed dripstone on each, like this. It won't be perfectly aligned, because that's just how dripstone works. Now, get rid of... Actually, before we do that, on top of each mangrove stair, you will place a dark oak trapdoor, which you will then open up against, I guess, kind of towards the back of the stair. And it will give you a little bit more of a, like, a full chair, rather than just, like, half of a chair. Because, like, a Minecraft stair would be a really uncomfortable chair to use, but... You know, I guess adding some sort of a backing helps, even though you're still going to be, like, bent backwards, but... I guess that's not really my problem, is it? Like... I don't know. I swear, though, like... I had some classrooms in school where they were, like... these plastic chairs, and they had the stupidest bend in the back of them, and I was like, just no. Anyway, Yeah, you'll have this. Now you can get rid of the dark oak trapdoors and get out oak buttons and acacia buttons. And I'll, I guess, instruct each table. It's just the back row, I believe. The front right two are just chilling there. So on the back left... It's fine, I didn't need that anyway. On the back left table, you want to count to the back left white wool and go right by one. Place an oak button forward diagonally to the right, an acacia button. Next table over, you will again take the back left and count right by one. Place oak button, right of it, acacia button, forward diagonally to the right with an oak button. This time you'll take the front left white wool and place an oak button, and count right two and back one, acacia button, right with an oak button. And then the final table is an acacia button in the back left, oak button in the front left, and oak button in the front right. From this point, you can clear your inventory and head back to the left side of this room because we're kind of just going to sweep through this. More so methodically than, I guess, not methodically. Although a lot of this we're going to kind of almost plow through in one set because it seems like there's a lot of, like, item frames and stuff. But anyway, off to start, you want to get out black stone slabs, purple wool, oak signs, item frames. The accompanying items for the item frame is glowstone dust, pumpkin pie. I can't find these sometimes. Miscellaneous? Yes. Fire charge. Fire charge is in items? Oh, they are. Weird. And I think that's everything. Yeah. You can also get out paintings. And it's an unfortunate situation. We'll say spruce signs, yeah. We will have to double back for a couple things, but it's fine. We'll plow through a lot of it. Heading to the back left-hand corner of this room, you want to count right by 3 and place going forward 2 black stone slabs. Go forward diagonally to the right by 2. Right 2. Back diagonally right by 2, and then back by 1. On each block directly inside of each of these black stone slabs, you will go up with 5 purple wool. So it'll be 1 block short of where the ceiling will end up going, which you can tell where that is because it's just above the polished tough slabs. So mad we never get to see this. Or see Foxy in general. Anyway, to the right of this black stone slab, you will place an oak sign. Go down a line and type in all caps out of down another line order. Preferably spelling it right. And there you go. Anyway, let's kind of just work along the wall, doing paintings and whatever else. You will take this furthest left dark oak trapdoor on this table here, and count from it up diagonally to the right by 1. Place an item frame with a fire charge in it. Count right from that by 3, and here you want a 2x2 painting, which will be... I have it as the, like, the pot and the cake and the flower, this one. From the top right-hand block of that, you will count to the right by 2 and place an item frame with a pumpkin pie in it, which you can then rotate, I want to say 6 times. Yes, 6. Then go down diagonally to the right with another item frame and place glowstone dust in it, rotated 7 times. Yes. I'm so good. Heading to the next table, you will take the furthest right dark oak trapdoor and go up diagonally to the left from it and place a fire charge. Also from that dark oak trapdoor, you'll go up diagonally right by 1 and place, God, a 2x2 painting, which is going to be the same one. The pot, cake, and flower. Moving to the next table, you will be above the right trapdoor again and place an item frame directly above it with a fire charge in it. Heading to the next doorway, which is this one, you'll place a spruce sign over, I guess, off of each tough brick, and then place an item frame to the right with a pumpkin pie in it, which is again rotated 6 times. From that, you will count right by 4 and down by 1 and place an item frame with a fire charge in it. Just to the right of that, you want a 2x2 painting, and yet again, I have it as the same one. From the bottom right-hand corner of that, you will count to the right by 3, and here you want a 4x2 painting, which I have as this one with the what looks like fire, but I don't think it's fire. I don't know what it is, though. Just am not under the impression that it is a fire painting. Anyway, continuously counting to the right, you want to essentially, I guess, come to the furthest right tough brick here on this wall and count back left by 3. And here you want a 2x1 painting, which is going to be, I have it as the, like, it's basically a fully white one. It has, like, 2 figures visible in it, but it's mainly white. That one. Now we can, I guess, do our second sweep through, which hopefully we'll be able to finish everything with this one, although we'll probably need more than a set of materials. You want to come all the way back to the left until you find this singular white wool here. This is kind of the point that we need to clear our inventory, actually, and get out a structure void or barrier or, I guess, whatever. Actually, yeah, structure voids did work, never mind, because I'd used them on Oswald's house. Grindstone, smooth quartz blocks, polished blackstone buttons, mangrove buttons, deep slate tile slabs. Where are they? There they are. A nether brick block. Nether brick fence, and we'll go with a glass block. So, on top of this white wool, you want to leave a gap of 1 and place a structure void. Whoopsies, that's not a structure void. You then want to place a grindstone off of this structure void that, essentially, you'll have the, like, I guess, legs of the grindstone facing up, and you'll be able to see the, I guess, mount for that leg, the, like, joint of it right there, sticking out. You'll then, I guess, count right by 4 from this, or alternatively, you'll just take these 2 concrete powders directly left of this dark oak trapdoor and break them. You'll then break the 2 tough bricks above and fill this gap with smooth quartz blocks. Off of each top button, off of each top smooth quartz block, you'll place a mangrove button, and off the bottom 2x2, you'll place polished blackstone buttons. I really got so excited for that step, I said the buttons before you were supposed to place them. It's crazy. Heading to the next doorway, you will take the tough bricks here at the top and place upside down deep slate tile slabs off them. Bring either one then up with a block. Moving, I guess, swiftly along, or whatever other word you may want to use, you want to be just to the right of this doorway with the signs, specifically in line with the 3rd tough brick over. You will break the block in the floor here and replace it with a nether brick block. Place a nether brick fence on top, and then a glass block on top. Then clear your inventory, and if you got structure voids or barriers or anything of the like, you can put them back and get out. Glass panes. Dark oak trapdoors. Blackstone slabs. Bamboo slabs. Smooth basalt. Deep slate tile slabs. Smooth quartz slabs. And we'll go with yellow terracotta. We do have one more inventory space. Actually, get out deep slate tile stairs in that. Might as well, since we need the slabs again for that step. Anyway, from this glass block, you will place a glass pane to the left and right. On top of each glass pane, you want a dark oak trapdoor, and in between them, you'll place a blackstone slab. Just to the right now of the ball pit doorway, which is this one, you want to, on this first block, place a bamboo slab with a blackstone slab on top. Right of that, you'll place 2 blackstone blocks on top of each other from the ground up with a bamboo slab on top. Right of that, you'll place a bamboo block with a blackstone slab on top, or I guess bamboo plank block. Then off of the middle bottom blackstone block, you'll place another blackstone block with a bamboo slab on top. You will copy that to the front of the build, except you will invert the block. So in the middle here, I'll place 2 bamboo planks and then a blackstone slab. Blackstone block either side with a bamboo slab on top, and then on the front it's a bamboo plank with a blackstone slab. Just like so. To the right of each of these, you'll leave a gap of 1 and then place moving up 2 smooth basalt. Behind the back set, you will place, going right, 2 deep set tile blocks with slabs on top. I sort of partially forgot about a step. Well, not really. You'll see what I mean. It didn't click that we need to do this, but we'll worry about it in a second. AKA, it's just the stage floor. You want to head to the top right-hand front, I guess top right-hand polished tough slab right here. You will count back from it by 4, and you will break this polished tough slab along with 1 back. Replace them with yellow terracotta and bring that yellow terracotta down by 1. Then, if you're looking at it now, you will go right of this bottom one and place a smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz block, smooth quartz slab, down diagonally right with a block, down diagonally left with an upside down slab, left one, up with a block, and then left with an upside down slab, and this gap can also be filled in with a block. Off of the bottom left-hand yellow terracotta, you will count left by 2 and place a slab, 2 blocks to the left, down diagonally left with a block, down diagonally right with an upside-down slab, up diagonally right with a block, and then right with an upside-down slab. And then again, you can fill in this gap. There are your 2 clouds. They're not perfect, but they're clouds nonetheless. Directing our attention back to the back wall, you will come to the kind of top right-hand corner within these polished tough slabs. You should probably place a placeholder block, because left of it you'll place a deep set tile stair facing left. Then go left of that with a deep set tile slab, deep set tile block, deep set tile slab, and then a deep set tile stair facing to the right. Like so. Below each deep set tile stair, you will place dark oak trapdoors open off of the inside of them like this. If you so choose, you can actually place placeholders between them and then place dark oak trapdoors below those placeholders and then break them. Or you can just wait to do that, but I'm just telling you to do that before we get rid of the dark oak trapdoors because, yeah. Anyway, you'll have this. And you should be able to place blocks in all 3 of these spaces. Clear your inventory and get out item frames, stone slabs, all 3 of the frog lights, which if you want them in order, it's actually the inverse order that they appear, at least on Bedrock. It's ochre, verdant, and then pearlescent. You also want polished blackstone stairs. I guess we could have just gotten back out the dark oak trapdoors, but whatever. Off of the left side of each of the 4 smooth basalt, you will place item frames. On the row just to the right of them in line with the floor, you'll place a full row of stone slabs. And bring it right an additional 4 rows, I guess, in asterisks. Some places you'll mostly only bring it right by 3, but you do want it under the wool right there in the gap in the curtain. And you obviously already have the deep set tiles in the way right there, so you will have to just place it in the corner behind them. Not really complicated. Anyway, in this 3-block gap, as mentioned, you will place each of the frog lights going left to right. So ochre in the left, verdant in the middle, pearlescent in the right. And then off the back of each of these frog lights, you'll place upside down polished black stone stairs that face into the wall, like so. There is the big boy room done, and that pretty much, I guess, takes a big weight off of our shoulders of, you know, the rest of the rooms can't be that bad, right? That's a lie. Now, for the next room over, which is backstage, you want to start off by getting out spruce slabs, polished blackstone button, a singular one that's on the floor for one reason or another, and I don't know what that reason is. Polished andesite, a warped button that is also just one, but it's not on the floor this time, which is a step in the right direction. Red concrete, blackstone slabs, sorry, walls, not slabs. Light blue terracotta, white banner, and really? I don't know. What if we just like roll the dice and pick one? We're actually going to go with pearlescent frog lights. You'll see why in a minute. Hopefully I'll remember. God knows, though, with me. Coming to the bottom left-hand corner on the back wall of the room, you want to count right by 2 and up by 1. So you may be on a gray concrete powder, you may be on a white concrete powder. The point is you're on the concrete powder row. You're going to go right and place 5 spruce slabs. Bring it up with 2 additional rows, also of 5 spruce slabs that are all just a half a block away from each other. You'll then leave a gap of 3 going to the right and do the same, and you'll notice it will make the room, at the moment, symmetrical. I guess, except for your walls. In the middle, between the 2 shelves, you want to take the concrete powder, whatever one it may be, and you want to break it and replace it with a polished andesite. Off the front of that polished andesite, you want a warp button. This is the breaker box. I don't know why I made it like this, but I did. So you can't really stop me, unfortunately, from making terrible decisions with the way that I may go about things. But regardless, you know, that's what it is. Taking the leftmost shelf, you will be on the right side of it, and underneath it, you'll place a light blue terracotta with a white banner off the front. To the left of the position that white banner takes up, which is this block, you will place a red concrete. So I guess it's diagonally forward and to the left from the light blue terracotta. Go up from that with 2 black stone walls. Underneath the left side of this left shelf, you'll place a polished blackstone button on the floor. Now, before we deal with the frog lights, the leftmost shelf, again, you want to replicate on the front wall. So if you really just, like, I don't know, turn around and just do 5, making sure that it's 2 blocks away from the wall and you have 3 rows. It's only this one. The other one is not there. It's just 3 shelves, which really annoys me, by the way. Just why? I don't get it. Anyway, in the middle here, where you have these 2 shelves on the back wall, you want to trace up kind of in this 3-block gap to the polished tough slabs, and you will break these middle 3. Then within this gap, you'll place pearlescent frog lights, replacing them. Like so. One of the only lights that isn't on the ceiling. I think it's the only one, actually, that isn't embedded in the ceiling or hanging off of the ceiling. Speaking of which, there is something in this room that hangs off the ceiling, but we're going to worry about that when we do that run through. So, to start off our next set of materials, you want to first clear inventory and get out item frame, paper, brown terracotta, a spruce sign, a flower pot, oak planks, oak stairs, and we will go with cobbled deep slate walls and structure voids. If you don't have access to structure voids, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure there is no alternative to this one that you can use in survival, because I don't believe string would work. Anyway, let's finish off the back wall here. Taking the rightmost shelf here, you want to be under the leftmost block and count forward by 1 and place an item frame with a paper in it. You shouldn't have to rotate it. It should be like that, although maybe you'll have to rotate it twice. I'm not sure how it works with the... Hold on, wait, let's test it. Okay, no, you wait, maybe? Okay, yeah, you might have to rotate it, but it should look like this regardless. Counting right by 2 from that, you will place a brown terracotta with a spruce sign off of the front of it. On top of the brown terracotta, you will place a flower pot, and then if you count right by 2 from the brown terracotta, you'll place an oak plank on the floor. Above it, you'll place an upside-down oak stair facing forward, and then on top of that, you'll place a normal oak stair, also facing forward. I believe this is a golden Freddy suit, or some sort of Fredbear suit, something like that, I don't know. Anyway, directing our attention to the front wall, on the front right-hand corner, you will place 2 oak planks moving up. Bring this row of 2 to the left by 1, and bring that whole 2 by 2 back by 1. You will then go left of the back half of that and leave a gap of 2, and place going up 3 cobble deep set walls. Gap of 1, 3 cobble deep set walls moving up. Gap of 2, 2 cobble deep set walls moving up. Gap of 2, 2 oak planks moving up. Left of that, another row of 2 oak planks, and you'll bring each of those oak planks back by 1. What you can do is you will take the top cobble deep set wall on each of these rows, which will be the second one up for this one and the third one up for those, and you will place a structure void off of either side, being the left and right, and you may need one off the top. Is there one on the top? Let me see. There's not one off the top, no. It's just the left and right. Like so. You can then clear your inventory, and as mentioned, if you have the structure voids, I would recommend putting them in your inventory, assuming that you don't do the /clear inventory thing. I don't ever do that, because you can see why, actually. I mean, excluding the bucket, everything here is important. And what you want to do is get out yellow terracotta, and just literally composters, and I think that'll finish the room. Yeah, there's nothing weird going on here. On top of these shorter cobble deep set wall little thing, you'll place a yellow terracotta. So I believe also like a golden Fredbear head or something like that. Off of this box in the back right hand corner, you'll place composters to the left. Heading to the right a room, it's time for the basement, which really isn't any lower, but that's more so me being lazy rather than anything, truly, because my logic is that you wouldn't have a staircase with a door at the bottom and the top of it. That feels weird. Specifically a staircase for a room like this, where it would lead specifically to just one room. Obviously, like, stairwells and stuff are a different story, but I don't know. Like, put a door at the top and call it a day. I don't need one at the bottom. Anyway, we're gonna start off in this room by getting out trial spawners. They never leave, do they? Dark oak trapdoors. Spruce slabs. Couple deep set walls. I'll, like, get there. I just have to think, you know. Brown terracotta. A spruce sign. Cherry trapdoor, acacia trapdoor, and we'll go an oak plank, why not? So we'll start off by placing the 4 trial spawners that are in this room. If you start from the back left-hand corner, you want to be on this first row of tough bricks. You want to count to the right by 4. And you will break this tough brick along with 1 to the right and just replace them with trial spawners. On the far right side, just before the wall sticks out here, you will break these 2 concrete patterns in the floor and replace them with trial spawners. Like so. Moving on from that. Oh, why did I get out oak planks? That's so unfortunate. We need them in like a billion different places. You want to start from the back left-hand corner and going up. You will place... Hold on, I'll get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark oak trapdoors. And you will open them up against the right half of the block. You'll then bring that forward a row. And you will take the bottom row of these trapdoors and bring them right with 5 upside down spruce slabs. Take the, not the second one, but the third trapdoor up and bring it right with 5 regular spruce slabs. And then you will take, not the top one, but the one below it, so the fourth one, and bring it right with 5 upside down spruce slabs. So each of them will be 1 block apart from each other, and there will be a half a block at the bottom and 1 block at the top. Like so. Place dark oak trapdoors off the right of this to the same 5x2 fashion, or I guess 2x5 is the way that I would say that. Because length times width times height. Height is last. Anyway. In the bottom shelf here, you want to go left to right and place a cobble deep slate wall. Brown terracotta with a spruce sign off the front of it. Gap of 1. Cherry trapdoor. Acacia trapdoor. Both those are just kind of chilling there. There's nothing going on. In the top shelf, you'll place an oak plank in the top left and a cobbled deep set wall in the top right. We'll come back to this in a minute. I just want to place the other 3,000 oak planks that are in this room. Not really. It's not that many. You will head all the way to the right until you are again at the last row of tough bricks on this back wall. And you want to be on the second row up, which is this one. From this block, you will count back to the left by 3, so that's 1 there, 2, 3. And break 4 tough bricks to the left. I spoiled the next step. Break the row above as well and fill that 4x2 in with oak planks. On the right wall, you will do a similar thing. You will come to the frontmost block and again be on the second row up and then count back by 2 and break 3 tough bricks behind. Break a row above and fill this 3x2 with oak planks. From the right half of this little board here on the back, you will trace it down and come out to the 4th block on the floor and place an oak plank right there. You can see where that is placed. That will be more important. Actually, we can do the next thing right now. You'll place a cobble deep slate wall on top of it. We'll touch that in a second here because we actually do need one of the next things for it, so we might as well get out both. You want to get out structure voids again, and as it was before, there's no alternative. Oak stairs, cobbled deep slate slabs, a cake. I'm so glad. I don't think I've ever used a cake in a build. White candle. Well, no, I definitely have, right? Where are candles? There they are. What else can we get? We'll go cobbled deep slate stair. Waxed exposed cut copper stair, excuse me. And you cannot forget the waxed exposed cut copper blocks. And we still have an inventory space. Beehives maybe? Nah, let's go chest. Yeah, chest will work. So, first off, we'll continue this little thing here that's just sticking up off the ground. You'll place a structure void off of the, I guess, front and back of this cobbled deep slate wall. And on top of the wall, you'll place an oak stair facing to the left. This is, again, Freddy, Golden Freddy, Fredbear, Glamrock Freddy, freaking, I don't even know, Funtime Freddy. It's a Freddy, I'm assuming. There's like 18,000 Freddy suits in this restaurant. Why? As I guess is also proven whenever on the last night when that just gets blocked. I don't understand that either. But regardless, we're going to move on. You'll take this cobbled deep slate wall here in the top right hand corner of this little shelf and you'll place a structure void to the left. Left of that structure void, you will place a cake with a white candle on it. Left of that, you want a cobbled deep slate slab. Off the bottom here, you will, really on the first block that you can place to the right of the shelf, because you can't place one here, you'll place a cobbled deep slate block with a cobbled deep slate stair on top. On top of that, a cobbled deep slate slab. Right of that, you'll place a waxed exposed cut copper block on the floor with an upside down waxed exposed cut copper stair on top. That's such a mouthful. Right wall. Directly in the middle, you will place a double chest. There should be 4 blocks visible off the front and back, which I guess is technically not directly the middle because you have that thing, but whatever, it's close enough. Clear your inventory, and this is where things get a little bit more interesting, I think. Actually, no, we'll save that for last, so it's not interesting yet. You want to get out stone stairs, stone slabs, red terracotta, beehives, waxed copper grate, I believe is what it's called. I'm actually the greatest. Waxed, oxidized cut copper gate. Or not cut, god, just copper gate. Tomato, tomato. Smooth quartz stairs. Smooth quartz slabs. And we'll call it heavy cores, why not? I believe the front of this room is actually the exact same as it is in the Jeff's basement, I think. It looks the same, or looks to be the same. This room is fairly similar in general, actually. Just like there's a desk added in some stuff. Anyway, back right-hand corner, you'll place 2 upside-down stone stairs on top of each other facing to the left. They should seem familiar. Bring each one left with 2 upside-down stone slabs, and then an upside-down stone stair facing back to the right. Place red terracotta to the right, specifically 1 block right from each stair. Sorry, left, not right. And left of that, you'll place a heavy core, 2 beehives on top of each other. Then to the left, 1 beehive on the floor, a heavy core, gap of 1, heavy core, a beehive with a heavy core on top, 2 beehives on top of each other, 1 beehive, a copper gate, an oxidized copper gate, another copper gate then with an oxidized copper gate on top. And then going left of that, you'll place 2 upside-down smooth quartz stairs facing back. Behind each of those, you'll place an upside-down slab and then an upside-down stair facing forward. On the middle right of that smooth quartz table, you'll place a heavy core. In addition, along the back wall here, where you have this little vent cover, which are the trial spawners, you'll take where the rightmost one is, and you'll place a beehive in front of it with another one on top. Now you can clear your inventory and get out. Flower pot. Skeleton skull. I swear I'll get there in a minute. Give me like a business day. Okay, I got there. Mud brick walls. Cobwebs. Granite slabs, which we'll also use for a single block, but not that really that particularly matters. Light blue stained glass panes, or a singular one, I guess. Smooth stone. Gray concrete powder. And I feel like that's everything. Unless I'm missing something obvious, which I don't think I am this time. Anyway, on top of this stone shelf, you'll go right to left and place a flower pot, and then a skeleton skull facing forward. Now going all the way to the front left-hand corner, you will place a flower pot on this front left-hand smooth quartz stair, which is upside down, I guess, in case that is important. Start for pipes, I guess. You want to head to the back right-hand corner, and you want to be in front of the little jutty-outy stick bit. What? On the right side. You will count forward from this block by 2 and place going up to the ceiling mud brick walls, or where there would be the ceiling, rather. You'll take the top 2 mud brick walls and bring them each forward with a single cobweb. And take that top cobweb and bring it forward 1, left 1, back 1, and then left 1. And just for the hell of it, left of that, you will place a granite slab with a light blue stained glass pane underneath. This will make more sense in a minute. I'll explain it when we get there. Regardless, you will take this granite slab and connect it all the way forward to the wall, in which this end block will become a granite block. You will also bring that slab back by 2 and then connect it to the left wall. However, on the left, you'll place an upside down granite slab below instead of turning into a block like so. So it's a little bit off. I don't want to say centered, but I'll say centered, I guess. So, come back to the light blue stained glass pane, and you want to be directly underneath it. That's good enough. If you look down to the floor, you will break this block and also the one behind it. From this back one, you'll break forward diagonally left one, and then forward by 1 from each of these 2. You will then replace the cyan terracotta with gray concrete powder, at least the ones that you broke, and the clay that you broke with smooth stone. So to explain this, this is a dripping pipe, or it's, you know, a drip coming from the pipe, and I figured that the best way to symbolize this was just put a little, like, water droplet there. You could even, if you wanted, bring it down another block and have it floating, but I decided to just make it there. And then this is the stain that is being caused by it, or I guess the wetness of the floor. Anyway, there's, I guess, like a third of the interior done. I don't know. Does that math? 4, 8, 12. Yeah, that does math. Next, let's do the ball pit room. And unlike Jeff's, I'm not going to forget the mural this time. So we're going to actually start with the wall decals, decorations for that particular reason. So start off by getting out clay blocks, green terracotta, red terracotta, light blue terracotta, brown terracotta, yellow terracotta, and we'll go crimson fence, bamboo fence gates, and ladders. That's reasonable. So, starting with the left wall, I just placed clouds everywhere, which will be made out of clay blocks. If you want my particular order, if you head to this, I guess, first light gray concrete here on the left wall, you'll count back 1 and up 1 and break, back 4 and up 1 and break, back 5 and break, and then you'll head to the bottom left-hand light gray concrete here on the back wall and count up 1 and right 1 and break, right 3 and up 1 and break, right 3 up 1 break, right 2 down 1 break, right by 5 and down 1 and break. And then if you head to the, I guess we'll say bottom left-hand corner of the right wall, might as well. You'll count forward 4 and break, up 2, forward 1, break, forward 5, break, and then again you'll come to the bottom left-hand corner if you're looking at this wall and count right 2, up 1, break, right by 6, up 1 and break, and then you can fill in all those little gaps with clay. Obviously you can't see the front wall clouds, but I just made them anyway. There you go. So these 2 clay blocks on the back wall. Do I want to use them? Yeah, I will. I might as well. So if you don't particularly know where this is, it's actually directly centered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is directly in the center, yeah. You'll just come to the top center light gray concrete if you don't have these 2 clay blocks, but if you do, it's in between them basically, except along the top. And you'll break the top 2 light gray concrete. The top one will be a red terracotta, and the one below it will be a green terracotta. This is my really sad impression of a rainbow. I can only fit 2 colors in. I guess I could have used glazed terracotta, but too late. Underneath the green terracotta, you will break 2 light gray and replace them with yellow terracotta. Left of that, you'll break in brown terracotta. And left of that, you'll break in light blue terracotta. There you go. I believe they're made out of light gray concrete powder and light gray wool on Jeff's. If you want to pop those in, that is where they will be. Chica's in the center of the room, and then I would make her out of concrete powder. Or alternatively, it is the second block to the left of the ball pit. The ball pit wall is right here. Anyway, let's actually make the ball pit. Head to the back right-hand corner, and you should be on a spruce plank here. What you want to do is you want to go forward from it with 4 yellow terracotta. Then go forward with a crimson fence. And left with 5 yellow terracotta. Then left with a crimson fence, and then back with 4 yellow terracotta. On the front row of yellow terracotta, this row of 5, you will take not the middle block, but one to the right, and place a ladder off the front. There's a little gnat flying in front of my face. Copy that whole row or thing one more time. I despise gnats. Gnats are like up there with mosquitoes for me. Because they're small and annoying, but they're just big enough to where they're very much in your way. Anywho, enough ranting about gnats. You want to take each crimson fence and extend it up by 4. That's great. That's also great. Alternatively, you can take the back yellow terracottas off either row here and bring them also up with 4 crimson fence. It keeps flying like in front of my monitor and then just getting out of my reach for me to swat at it. It's so evil. It knows what it's doing. You'll take the crimson fences here on the sides, particularly the top rows, and connect them together like so. You will fill in the middle with bamboo fence gates. At least on the left and right. Ignore the back for now. Until actually right now. You'll fill the bottom 3 rows in line with the crimson fences and with bamboo fence gates. Then the top left, or from the left and right, you'll place a single bamboo fence gate moving in, so you'll have the middle 3 opened. Do we want to clear our inventory? We can, I think, well, that's... Yeah, we'll just clear our inventory. I was gonna, like, maybe think about doing some other stuff, but it's fine. It's like 2 materials that we really need to re-grab out in a little bit, but also not yet. You want to start off by getting out really an assortment of colored, preferably plank slabs, which the ones that I used are mangrove, crimson, acacia, and bamboo, and I think that's it. Yeah, which is for the ball pit. You also want to get out blue terracotta, orange terracotta, yellow terracotta, ladders, and bamboo trapdoors. So in the ball pit, you want to use a variation of these 4 slabs to create a random set of balls. I'll actually show you the exact pattern that I did again. If you made Jeff's, it is exactly the same. I didn't change the ball pit because I just copy-pasted everything. But, yeah. I will show you it again nonetheless. I'm not going to actually give it a block for block for it, but if you want it, here it is. Nothing crazy. I just have 2 different layers to make it a little bit more rough, if you will. You may want to consider changing this, however, if you're going to make this actually viable for the teleportation. Oh, there it is again. I'm going to eat this gnat, I swear. But I guess that does depend, because you could hypothetically just have it to where once you walk to, like, here or something, it's a command block that triggers and you get teleported to the other one. But that's up to you. I have yet to actually have made that a feature in my map, which hopefully will be up for download soon. I'll post a video when this map is released. This will be along with, like, FNAF 1 through Ultimate Custom Night, and we'll have a little bit of security breach in it. I believe that's everything. I don't think I'm missing anything. Anyway, that's unrelated. But you want to be just left of the ball pit now, and you want to be on this back right spruce plank. You will count forward by 1 and place a blue terracotta. Then count back diagonally to the left by 1 and place an orange terracotta. Going left, you will leave a gap of 4 and place a yellow terracotta on this 5th block. Left of that, a blue terracotta. Forward diagonally left of that, another blue terracotta. I don't know what these things are, but they're here. They're like these giant balls, kind of. I don't know, they're strange. In the front right-hand corner of the entire room, you will count back by 1 and place 2 crimson planks moving up. Place ladders off the back of them. And then off the left of the top crimson plank, you'll place a bamboo slab. Bring it down with an upside-down bamboo slab, and bring that upside-down bamboo slab left, down diagonally left, whatever you see it as, with a bamboo slab. Each of the regular or standard bamboo slabs can have bamboo trapdoors opened up against the front and back of them, which will give you a little bit of a really, really anticlimactic slide, but nonetheless, it is in fact a slide. One more set of materials and we're done this room, I think. You want to get out. Spruce stairs, spruce trapdoors, and whatever set of slabs you use, you wanted the same set of buttons. So as mentioned, for me, it is crimson. Where is crimson? There it is. Mangrove, bamboo, and acacia. From the doorway, you want to be on the light blue terracotta, just back end to the right from it, which is this one. From it, you will count right by 2 and back by 1 and place a spruce stair facing left. To the right of it, you'll place a spruce stair facing right. And then off the sides of these, you'll place spruce trapdoors opened up, which is technically the front of the stair, like that. I don't remember what this is. It's like a seesaw, but not really. Yeah, that's the vibe that I got. Anyway, buttons. If you want my button arrangement, it is the same as it was in Jeff's, although I did screw up in Jeff's, but that's besides the point when I was showing it to you. Again, I'm not going to give you the block for block, but I am going to build it the same, so if you so want to take a peek as to when I'm done, you can. Although I need to place all of these first. Should be the same. It might actually be different. Now that I'm looking at it, I feel like it's different. Because I don't think the one in Jeff's hit the wall like that. No, it is the same. Is it? God, I'm losing my mind. It's just a couple of balls. It's not that bad. That's so out of context. I did not realize how bad that was going to sound. Moving on, let's move to the left of room to the kitchen, which seems like a fair place to go after a comment like that. Also out of context, but moving on still. You want to start off by getting out gray concrete, birch door, spruce trapdoors, paintings, brick blocks, brick stairs, brick slabs. Where even? There we are. Where they are, not we are. We're not brick slabs. Black concrete, and we'll call it blackstone wall. Is that a bad idea? Yes, absolutely, but too bad. We're going to go with it anyway. Actually, no, the other one wouldn't have been any better, so never mind. On the left wall to start, you want to take this particular area just behind the door, and you want to take this, I guess, behind the middle of the door. You'll place a spruce trapdoor open up against the wall. Behind it, a 1x1 painting, and behind that, another spruce trapdoor open up against the wall. On top of it, you'll go, I guess, front to back again, and you'll place another 1x1 painting, and then 2 spruce trapdoors opened up against the wall. On the back wall, you will count from the back left-hand corner right by 1 and break 2 tough bricks to the right. If the concrete powder drops, ignore it because you'll break it anyway, along with the tough bricks above where they fell from. You'll place a birch door on the left of in the left of this gap, and the rest of it will be filled with gray concrete. There isn't actually any room to make the freezer. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Like, the security office is right there. I mean, unless there's some, like, deja vu wouldn't even make sense, would it? I just don't know, okay? Leave me alone. Left of this, you will count to the third tough brick over and place going right from it 3 brick blocks. Bring each brick block forward by 1, and you will take this front and center one and place a spruce trapdoor in front of it, opened up against it. Off of the left half here of this brick platform, you'll place brick stairs facing right, and off the right, you'll place brick stairs facing left. In the middle, you'll place brick slabs. On top of the brick stairs on the left that face to the right, you'll place brick stairs on top of them facing left. And then on top of the ones on the right, you'll place them facing right. So you'll have this. On top, place upside down brick slabs, and you will take the back upside down brick slab and bring it up to the ceiling with 3 brick blocks, so you will have to break a polished tough slab for that. Place a black stone wall on top of this middle upside down brick slab. And you also want a black stone wall here on the left wall, just in front of the middle half of the doorway. This one will make a little bit of sense later. I didn't actually explain what it was because we've made one of these in the lobby. But if you know the game, you'll probably know what it is. If you don't, I'll explain it later. Anyway, inside of this massive furnace, you will break whatever is visible on the back here and fill it with black concrete. Make sure you don't break any further, because if you do, it will be visible from literally every block, actually, except for up, I guess. But why would you break up? Or down? Moving on from the questions. You want to get out, or clear inventory, I guess would be a good place to start, and then get out. Spruce slabs. Gray concrete. Whoopsies. Spruce signs. Birch signs. White terracotta. I didn't know this was in Freddy's. That's interesting. I for some reason thought it wasn't. Anyway. Spruce button. Weighted pressure plate. I want to say it's the heavy one, yeah, which is iron. Tripwire hook. And do we call it composter? We call it composter, yes. I love composters. Not really. Just to the... Actually, first, before we do that, I lied. You want to take the back brick block here on the kind of, I guess, bottom of the smokestack and place a spruce slab left and right of it. This is, like, dressed to be Freddy. I didn't put the eyes on it because they're really, like, small and beady, but... they're there, in fact. Those are his ears and his hat. Just to the right of the bottom here, you'll place a spruce slab from this brick block, and right of that, you'll place a spruce plank. You'll then leave a gap of 1 and place 3 gray concrete. Go forward by 5, and then forward with a composter. You extend that composter to the left by 1. Before we do anything else, you'll take these 2 gray concretes that stick over on the back, and particularly the floor blocks in front of them, and you will break each of them and replace them with a white terracotta. I don't know what it is, but again, it's there in both, so I'm assuming it's some sort of a mat. On top of the gray on the front of the gray concretes that you just placed the white terracottas below, you'll place spruce signs. On the right side here, you will, I guess, leave this first one open, even though you can't place a sign, literally. And on this one, you'll place a spruce sign, gap of 1, spruce sign, and then a birch sign. On top of the counter, this time going front to back, you'll place a tripwire hook over this first block, weighted pressure plate over the second, and then all the way in the corner here, a spruce button. What you can then do is count left of that spruce button by 1 and then up by 1 to this tough brick and place a spruce slab in front of it. Bring that spruce slab left by 1 and either of those up by 1 each. Before we clear inventory, there's one more thing we can place. I'm telling you, inventory management is crazy. Take this random spruce slab here, I think this is a bag or something, and you will count forward from it by 4 to this floor block and place a weighted pressure plate on it. Now I think that is everything, yes. You can then clear your inventory and get out item frames, paper, block of redstone, wooden shovel, so random, stone stairs, stone slabs, chiseled bookshelf. Oh god, that's the wrong button. And, oh man, what do we even... Oh yeah, top snow, that's important. And we'll go red carpet, maybe? That'll get a little bit more of the craze done on our floor. So anyway, just to the left of the furnace now, you'll place an item frame with a piece of paper in it. I, again, have to rotate it 0 times, but depending on the direction you're facing, it might be different. Could either be, I guess, 2, 4, 6, or 0. According to my calculations. Heading to the right, you will take this, or you will take note of this spruce button, and just in front of it, on the wall, you'll place an item frame with a block of redstone in it. I don't remember what this is, but it's something. Just to the left of this spruce button, you will place 2 top snow on top of each other, and left of that, you will place a single one. From the furnace here, you will just count left by a block and place an item frame on the wall from this top brick stair. Place a wooden shovel in it, and you'll have to rotate it 7 times. So it'll be, you'll have the shovel end of the shovel? Sure, we'll go with that, facing up. Now, let's just keep randomly doing things. You will take this spruce trap door here on the bottom of the furnace and count forward by 1 from it to this block. Place a top snow here and another one in front. Come to the composters here on the right, and you will place a red carpet just to the left of them. And then you can head into the front right-hand corner, and going across the front, which is left, you'll place an upside-down stone stair facing left, upside-down stair facing right, upside-down stair facing left, upside-down stair facing right, and then you will go over the doorway, which is like, I don't know, you'll count left by like 6 or something, to the second block on the other side, and place a chiseled bookshelf here that should face into the wall, and you'll have an upside-down stone slab off to the left and right of it. From that, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place 2 upside-down stone stairs in the corner facing back. Behind each one, place an upside-down stone stair facing forward, like so. Heading back to the front right-hand corner, you will take this stair and count left by 1 from it and place 2 top snow on this particular stair. I think that's everything we need this set for. Yeah, the last set is kind of weird, but sure. Clear your inventory, and here comes the madness. Get out white carpet, yellow carpet, conduit. Where is conduit? There it is. Whoop, that's a bell. Heavy core, flower pot, cauldron, brown banner, and I think that's everything. But I could be wrong. Entirely wrong. We'll start off by taking this red carpet here and bringing it back diagonally to the left with a white carpet. You will then head over to where the chiseled bookshelf is and count back by 2 from it and place a yellow carpet here. Extend it right by 1. Now, we're just going to kind of go across the front here, going right to left. You will place, on top of this stone stair, a conduit. Then, obviously, you'll skip over the top snow, which hopefully won't get melted by that. But it didn't on my original, so... Because I know the conduit emits light, which usually would be heat? I don't know. You'll place a heavy core, then, flower pot, cauldron on the floor, and then you'll skip over here to this next stone slab, where you'll place a heavy core, skip over the bookshelf, another heavy core, flower pot on the ground left of that, then a conduit on this stair, flower pot left of the conduit, and a heavy core behind, or I guess in front of the conduit. And also on the left wall here, you will, above this black stone wall, place a brown banner. This is the like telephone that's on the wall that you can pick up, and it'll be like, hello, hello, you know, the phone guy thing. That's what that is. Anyway, there's another, I guess, 4 rooms punched out. At least I'm saying that for me, because I just did all 4 of those in one day, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Although the next room is a little bit larger, so that'll be fun. So for the, that's a nice voice crack, for the party hallway, which is this particular room, we're going to start off by getting out white wool, mangrove stairs, dark oak trapdoors, block of quartz, purple wool, trial spawners. I, for some reason, still can't remember their name, but I've got it enough, I guess. Paintings. And do we want to go item frame? Sure, we can go item frames with fire charge to go in them. Fire charges are in this, right? Yeah, they're there. So we're going to just go along the back wall and do kind of... We're almost going to go block for block here, kind of. You'll see it. It's not going to exactly go block for block. But we're going to start with the floor stuff and then come back with the paintings. So starting from the back right-hand corner of this room on this block, you want to start by counting left by 1. And going left, you'll place 2 blocks of quartz. Take particularly the right one and bring it both forward and also that back one up by 1 each. So you'll have this. Then going left of this whole ordeal, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place 4 white wool. Bring it forward a row. Off of the front left white wool, you will count to the right by 1 and place a mangrove stair facing forward. In front of it, dark oak trapdoor on the ground. Skipping to the other side of this doorway here on the back wall, you will leave a gap of 2 and be on this third block, and going left, place 4 white wool. Yet again, bring it forward a row, and then leave a gap of 1 and do the same thing, but with 5 purple wool instead of 4 white. Like so. So you should have 3 blocks available here on the left before you hit your next door. In the middle of these 3, actually, you can place 2 blocks of quartz on top of each other. From the bottom one, you will place a block of quartz forward diagonally to the left one. Bring it forward 1, right 2, and this rightmost one can be brought both forward and backward by 1 each, which will give you like a 4, I guess. I don't really know what else I would really compare this to. Anyway, off of the left of this story, you will break these first 2 tough bricks and replace them with trial spawners. If you're lucky, you won't have to replace the concrete powder, but unfortunately that is very unlikely. It's really just a matter of timing. But regardless, you'll have that. Heading over to the next tough brick to the left of them, you'll place 3 white wool going left. Bring each one forward by 1, and okay, I thought I forgot a table, but we're good. Or I mean chairs, not table. And from the middle white wool of this, you'll place a mangrove stair facing forward with the dark oak trapdoor on the floor in front of it again. This is where things get fun. Front left-hand corner of this room, you will place 2 blocks of quartz on top of each other. The lower one can be brought both right and also that corner one back by 1 each, so you have that same setup that we made before, although this one's actually in the corner unlike that one. I forgot the vent over there. Whatever, we'll get there in a second. Going across the front here, you'll leave a gap of 1. This is going right, and then you will place 7 white wool. Gap of 1. 7 white wool. Gap of 1. 7 white wool. And you should end 3 blocks away from the door, which is correct. Bring each white wool back by 1. And starting from either of the end white wools, it doesn't really matter which one. I guess you could technically start from any of the ends of each table. You want to place a mangrove stair behind, facing forward, and it wants to be every other block. So it'll be on the edge, gap of 1 on the edge, etc. Basically, it'll be 4 in line per table, and it will start and end on the end blocks of the table. Like so. Above these, you will place dark oak trapdoors open towards the back of the room, which will give you the same chair design that should have been used in the dining hall, or whatever it's called. I call it the dining hall, because you can't stop me, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we need those trial spawners again. I was like, what am I missing? Do we do that now? No, let's do the blocks of quartz here first, and then on our second loop around we will. So, each of the tables have a couple white wool or block of quartz on them, at least on this front row. The back row doesn't, but the front row does. So from this front left-hand white wool, you want to count right by 1 and place a block of quartz. Heading to the next table over, you will be on the back left-hand white wool, and you'll place a block of quartz, and another one forward diagonally to the right. Next table, you will be on the front right white wool, which is this one, and you will count left by 1, block of quartz, back diagonally left, another block of quartz. Remember the formation we've made 2 of, the like weird little pile? You're going to do another one in the front right-hand corner, where again you're placing 2 blocks of quartz up in the direct corner, and then just bring this bottom one off each side by 1. Pretty easy. We will again add more touch-ups to the front later, however, let's do one quick run through of the back wall to get all of the paintings and stuff in. So, first off, before we even do that, you want to take this back block of quartz little pile, which are presents, by the way, and you'll count up to the 3rd tough brick above them. You will break it along with the one to the left and place trial spawners in their place. Heading straight down from this last one, you'll be on this either gray or white concrete powder, and then you'll count left by 1 to this one. Here you want to place a 2x2 painting. I actually have it as the villager one, which is nice. And then left of it, you'll have another 2x2, which is also the villager painting. I might not worry about it. There we go. Skipping over this doorway here, you want to count to the 3rd tough brick to the left, which is this one, and you have another 2x2 painting here. This one is the wither one. Just down and to the left of that, you'll have a 1x2 painting, which I have as the, like... I forget what it is. It's a dude on a mountain, I think. But I could be wrong. Anyway, left of that one, you'll have another 1x2, which is the horse, and left of that, you'll have another 1x2, which is Mario, or at least that's what I'm calling him. From this bottom block, you'll count left 2 and up 1, and you'll have a 2x... That's not a 2x2. A 2x2 painting placed here, which I actually have as this one, the one with the angel on the stage. I'm getting fairly lucky here. From the bottom left-hand corner of this painting where you placed, you will count left from it by 5, and place a 2x2 painting here. I forget that that happens. And it's Bob Ross or whatever. Again, what is my luck? This is like one of the few rooms where I've gotten all of the correct paintings. Anyway, from the top left of this painting, you'll count left by 2, place an item frame with a fire charge in it. And then from that, you'll count left an additional 4, and you want a 1x1 painting here. This is where all my luck is going to go out the window, probably. I have this one as the weird yellow one with the, like... I call it a giraffe, but there's nothing giraffe-y about it. This one. I guess the color of it looks like a giraffe. I don't know. Left of that one, you will have another 1x1, which is the green dude with the little teacup. I wasn't going to be specific with these, but I might as well at this point. We're already pretty much there. Come on, give me it. Or just don't. That works, too. That one. There we go. Below that one, you want another 1x1, which is the weird, like, yellow one with the white border around 3 sides. It's that one. And then from that one, you'll count left 2 and up by 1, and you want a 2x2, this one being the villager one again. There we go. That wasn't actually too bad. Usually it's a struggle, but not this time. So, let's start with the banners for this next step. So if you clear your inventory and get out a loom, where even is the loom? There it is. And you want, I believe these are white banners, but I could be wrong. If only I was open in the right category. One sec. Yeah, they're just 3 different white banners, basically. Is it 3 or is it more than 3? It's just 3, okay. I'll get out, actually, 3. And you want a little bit of white dye, magenta dye, orange dye, and cyan dye. You need the most of white and cyan for this. So place your loom on the floor and put in a single banner. You want to start off by doing the cyan, I believe it's paley, is that what it's called? Yeah, the paley pattern, which is just like the striped look. If you want to like actually place this down, because we need to do this on all 3 banners, if you want to just block pick it each time you can, but I'll do it separately because I might as well. First one, I guess we'll do the one that actually just uses this. You will then do the top half of the banner as white, which is white per fence. There's your first banner. Second banner, again, start with the cyan paley pattern. And then next you will do orange. I love how I don't have the banner in. There we go. You'll do the orange line down the left and down the right, which is Pale Dexter and Pale Sinister. I didn't put in enough orange. That's cool. And then yet again, you'll do the full top half white. Banner number 2. Banner number 3 is that exact same one, just magenta instead of orange. So again, white banner, cyan dye, you do the paley. And then you put in your magenta, and you do the line down the left and line down the right, which is Pale Dexter and Pale Sinister. And then you'll do top half white, which is, what is it, Perfest, I want to say? Yeah. There's banner number 3. And you do see, I was in fact right. Cyan and white were the most used. So, just to the right of this door here, the, I guess, rightmost of the 2 doors on the back of this room, you'll place from the top half of the door the orange banner to the right, which is this one. Then up and to the right, you'll place the magenta one, and then down and to the right, you'll place the just white and cyan one. Those are the paper pals. You can add a 4th in the game, which I don't think I knew actually at this point in time when I made this build. But, yeah, you can. Yeah, I believe it gets placed right there, where I put the loom. Anyway, you can clear your inventory. And now you shall get out deep slate tile slabs, pointed dripstone, a Steve head, iron trapdoors, weighted pressure plates that are heavy, so the iron ones again. I don't believe I'll ever use the gold ones, or have ever used them, I should say. Stone stairs, stone blocks, black stone slabs, and bamboo slabs. And that will get us almost everything. We are 1 short from being able to do a full lap around the room. Doesn't mean we're 1 short from finishing the room, it just means that we can't... There's like heavy cores, of course, because they're back. Anyway, directly right of the vent that is up higher here, you'll place a deep set tile block here in the corner with an upside down slab below it. Just going around a table at a time, you want to start with this first table, and just below where this furthest right paper pal is, you'll place a pointed dripstone. On the next table over, in the back center 2 blocks, on the right one, you'll place a Steve head facing back, and on the left one, you'll place a pointed dripstone. These shouldn't get rid of your paintings. If they do, unfortunate, I don't really know, because you see they aren't for me, so. Anyway, purple wool table, the rightmost 2x2 you'll place iron trapdoors over. Back left purple wool you'll place a weighted pressure plate on with another one to the right. On the floor this time, this frontmost block of quartz on the stack of presents that has fallen over, you'll place a pointed dripstone to the left of that block of quartz. Heading over to, I guess, the next table, you'll actually start with the chair in front of it, which is this mangrove stair, and to the right of it, you'll place a pointed dripstone. Off the back center white wool, you want a stone stair with a stone block on top. This is that coffee machine. It's there. So if you remember how the, like, black and yellow balloon towers that we made in the dining room go, this is basically the same thing, it's just in the corner. So going up in the corner, you'll place 2 black stone blocks and then a bamboo slab. Off the front, you'll place a black stone block with a bamboo slab on top, and off the right of still the back corner, you'll place a bamboo plank with a black stone slab on top. That's pretty much all. They're fairly easy. Also, above that on the first block that you can, you'll place an upside down deep set tile slab, which will leave a full block's gap between the bamboo slab and the deep set tile slab. On top of that upside down slab, you'll place a block. On the front here, in between each of the tables and to the sides of these inner block of quartzes, you'll place deep set tile blocks. So there'll be one there, one here, and also one here at the far left. like so. I forget what those are, but I think they're like speakers or something. I don't remember. You can get rid of, I guess, your deep slate tile blocks and get out heavy cores, because of course they're back. And on each table, what you want to do is on this first table, the block of quartz that is here on this table, you will go back diagonally right from with a pointed dripstone. Then go forward diagonally right one, back diagonally right one, and then forward diagonally to the right with a heavy core. Next table, you will take the rightmost block of quartz and bring it back diagonally to the right with a pointed dripstone. Right one, forward diagonally right one, back diagonally right one, and then right one. Next table from the front left white wall, which is this one, you'll place a pointed dripstone on it with 2 more to the right. I believe that is this set of inventory done. I want to check something because I'm just... Okay, yeah, we're good. One more little set of materials, which isn't anything crazy. You want to get out spruce signs, chains, and then a couple of concrete colors, which the colors that you need are blue, yellow, and brown. First off, on the right wall, this doorway leading into the kitchen, you'll place a couple of spruce signs above it. These also would say employees only, but I didn't type that out because, yeah. On this stack of presents here in the front right-hand corner, you'll place a chain on top of this top one with a blue concrete on top of that. At the back where you have this set of the 2x1 paintings that are all side by side, above the leftmost one, you will place a blue concrete. Right of that blue, a yellow, and also on top of that blue, a brown. I don't believe you can place chains without the painting disappearing. Huh, you actually can. Well, if you want to add chains there, then you can. I didn't actually think you could do that. Interesting. But it goes to show I didn't actually try. Anyway, stack of presents to the front left-hand corner here, you'll have a chain with a yellow concrete on top there. And voila, that's another room done. How many do we have left? Like 5 or something? 3, 4, 5. Yes, I'm actually so good at math. I'm gonna see if I can finish like everything in this particular recording session because, oh, that's a missing block. But because I have, I don't know, I just don't want to have much to do tomorrow for this. Anyway, next room over, which is the party room, I think. I believe that's what it's called. You want to start by getting... Oh, this has one of those things. I didn't know this had that. Just one, though. That's probably why I forgot, because it's not in both corners. But you want to get out tough bricks, because we need to extend the wall. Kind of. Each of the 2 concrete patterns, which is gray and white. Gray and white, God. Polished tough... block of quartz, purple wool, your blackstone and bamboo slabs again, and what do we go? Dark oak planks? That seems reasonable. First thing, get rid of the polished tough slabs around the top trim of this room because they aren't here. I thought they were. I apologize for being wrong. Forgot this room is weird. In the back right-hand corner, you'll take these 2 bottom tough bricks and bring them out each with a single tough brick. You can then place concrete powder just on top of them. You won't have it line up, I believe, unless you wanted to switch the whole wall. However, this block does get covered up anyway, so it's not a big deal. And then you can just place your 4 tough bricks on top. Speaking of covering... you want to start off by placing in this back right-hand corner now 2 block of quartz on top of each other. So you can see, I guess if you think about it, you'll know that that wouldn't line up. But it's up to you. I do have it actually correct. It does line up. I just have made an oopsie. This bottom block of quartz can be brought both forward and left from that bottom one, just particularly like so. From this left one, you will leave a gap of 2 and place a block of quartz. And then left of that, 6 purple wool. Bring each purple wool back by 1. And then from this point, we can add 2 more block of quartz, yeah. In the front right-hand corner, you'll place a dark oak plank with another one behind it. On top of either one, a block of quartz. In the back left and front left-hand corners, you will do the same thing that you did before, and they are inverted. So again, in this back corner, you'll place 2 black stone blocks with a bamboo slab. In front of this, black stone block with a bamboo slab on top. Right of it, bamboo plank with a black stone slab on top. And then in the front left, you'll invert it, so 2 planks and a slab. I guess that makes enough sense. Black stone block to the right with slab on top, bamboo plank behind with a black stone slab on top. Just like so. Believe that's everything we can do with this set of materials, which is always weird. Clear your inventory and get out. This is a heavy room as far as different materials. Trial spawner. Paintings. Item frame. Here's a fun one. Goat horn. Pick your poison, honestly. What did I use originally? Just for fun. I used ponder. I think I was gonna actually like pick one particularly, but I just got lazy. Pointed dripstone. It's in here. There it is. And we'll go chains. Blue terracotta. Blue concrete. And yellow concrete. That gets us somewhere. We'll probably end up doing it like a semi thing where we get rid of some or most of the stuff, but not everything. So, to the left of the table, you'll have 4 tough bricks that are visible on the base here. You'll break the middle 2 and place trial spawners in their place, and again, you will need to replace the concrete powder. You don't need the trial spawners again, so if you do want to just leave that slot open, you can. On the leftmost 2 purple wool here, this little row, you'll place chains on top of each block, a singular 1 per. Place a blue terracotta on the front chain and a blue concrete on the back chain. On top of that blue concrete, you'll place a yellow concrete. Moving across the front of the table, you'll count to what is the 3rd purple wool over, which is just to the left of the center. You'll place an item frame with a goat horn inside. You want to rotate it to where the end that the noise comes out of and the end that you blow into are basically in line, and the goat horn curves to the right side. So for me, that'd be rotating, I want to say like 6 times? 5 times. So you'll have this, essentially. It'll be oriented like this. You'll have to rotate it at least once. Either once, thrice, 5 times, or 7 times. From that item frame, you'll count right 2 and back 1 and place a pointed dripstone. Right of that, you will place a chain with a blue concrete on top, and then a brown concrete on top of that, which you can grab in place of that open slot that you'll have now. Like so. Let's add 1 more pointed dripstone, and then... yeah. We'll do paintings. Heading to the left side in this little back corner, you have this balloon stack, which is again the black and yellow. From this front black stone block, you'll count forward diagonally right by 1 and place a pointed dripstone. Now on the back wall above the trial spawners, you will count up by 2 to this tough brick, and you'll place a 2x2 painting here. I have it as the villager one again. In between these sets of balloons on either side, you will count to the second tough brick over to the right and place a 4x2 painting here. I have it as this one, which I think is Zeus. Or it gives me Zeus vibes at the very least. Anyway, just to the right of the balloon, you'll then place a 2x2 right here, which will be the blue skull. If I could ever get it. I've been fairly lucky, so I'm bound to get one unlucky one at least. So, I want you to get rid of everything from your paintings to your pointed dripstone, which will be these 4 materials. What? Huh? Alright, never mind, I know what that is, but it doesn't work because the goat horn doesn't stack. And so what you want to get out is red concrete, green concrete, mangrove stairs, and dark oak trapdoors. That worked better than I thought it was gonna. So just to the right of this skull painting on the floor, you will place 2 chains moving up with a red concrete on top. Heading over onto this block of quartz, kind of forward diagonally right from it, you'll place 2 chains again with a blue concrete on top. Right of that on this block of quartz, you'll place 1 chain and a green concrete. And then on this front block of quartz, you'll place 1 chain and a yellow concrete. Ah, there's one more pointed dripstone on the floor. That's fine, we'll get it in a second. Heading to the front right, you want to be just left a block, so you're still looking at the floor, and you can see that the little weird, whatever that is just to your left. I believe it's a little, like, table or something. You'll count left of this, or left from this block by 3 to this block, and going left, you'll place yellow concrete, green concrete, gap of 3, blue concrete, yellow concrete, green concrete, yellow concrete, and then you'll go forward diagonally, I guess back diagonally to the left with a blue concrete. This green concrete you will bring up by 1, and also that base green concrete can be brought back with a red. Any of these concretes are up for game to get rid of, to get back out the pointed dripstone for a second, and the pointed dripstone is placed just back diagonally to the right from this rightmost yellow concrete. One more thing, and then we can clear inventory. Where the goat horn is situated on the purple wool here, you will place a mangrove stair in front of that purple wool facing to the left. Place a dark oak trapdoor to the left of that stair, and also you'll leave a 1 block gap moving right from that stair and place a mangrove stair facing right with a dark oak trapdoor to the right of it. It'll essentially give you this shape. Kind of looks cool, honestly. Clear your inventory and get out. A lot of wools, actually. Red wool, orange wool, lime wool, light blue wool, yellow wool, and purple wool, along with smooth quartz blocks and smooth quartz slabs. We will start on the right wall because that's the easier wall, and you want to be on the front right-hand tough brick just above this cabinet here. You'll place an upside-down smooth quartz slab with a smooth quartz block on top. Behind that block, you will place a slab. Above the back half of the doorway, you will have an upside-down smooth quartz slab with a block and then another slab on top. So you have 2 blocks in total, but they're just a little off-centered. Take the block here and bring it back with a block and also forward with a block. This front block can then be brought up with a slab, and also that same block can be brought forward with an upside down slab, which will give you this. Directing your attention to the left wall, you want to take not the top row of tough bricks, but the 2 rows below it, and you will break them in full on this left wall. At the front and back, you will place smooth quartz blocks. And then in the top, I guess top front hand corner or top left hand corner, if you're looking at it, you'll place a red wool. Then you'll go down diagonally right with an orange, up diagonally right with a lime, down diagonally right with a light blue, up diagonally right with a yellow, down diagonally right with a red, and then up diagonally right with an orange, which will give you this. Fill in the rest of those blocks in with purple wool. 1 more room done, which means we have 4 to go. It's time for the arcade, which is the other really big room back here. So you want to clear your inventory and I guess head into this room because I can't hold it off any longer. And you want to start off by getting out spruce slabs. Spruce stairs, we might as well get them out. Bamboo buttons. Smooth quartz stairs. waxed, weathered, cut coppered slab. It's always a fun one to say. Acacia slabs. Acacia stairs. Oh, perfect. I nailed this. Cobbled deep slate stairs and cobbled deep slate slabs. I don't know if there's any. Are there any others that we? Yeah, okay. So we'll bounce around a bit, I think, here. Just because I don't feel like getting out some of these materials again. So starting from the back left-hand corner, you want to place going up from the floor 3.5 spruce planks. So you'll place 3 planks and then just a slab on top. Bring that forward by 2 rows. And then bring the middle row to the right by 1. Place a couple of bamboo buttons off of this. I believe I legitimately only have 2. Yeah, I have them right there. But you might want to add like a 3rd or 4th or even a 5th. Something like that. Anyway, counting to the right of this, you will count over by 4 to this block. And I guess you can come back to the wall so you're here. And you'll place a smooth chord stair facing forward. Bring it forward with 2 waxed, weathered, cut copper slabs. We will focus more on this later. I just wanted to kind of get this marked out so we can keep moving to the right. You'll then leave a gap of 1 to the right of it and place an acacia plank with an upside down stair on top. Right of that, you'll place a cobbled deep slate block with a cobbled deep slate stair on top, with a slab on top of that. Right of that, you'll place a spruce plank with an upside down spruce stair on top. You will then leave a gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and count to the 5th block, and place an upside down spruce stair facing to the right, just right there. Right of it, upside down slab. Right of that, upside down stair facing left. Heading all the way over to the right side, you will be in the back right hand corner where you will count forward by 1 and place a spruce plank. On top of it, stair that should face left. On top of that, slab. From this whole ordeal, you will count to the left by 6 and back by 1 and place a cobbled deep slate block. Place a stair on top of that with a slab on top of that. Can we pinpoint this? Yeah, we can. This isn't too hard. So from the little bench here on the back, you want to count just left of it by 1. And then trace it all the way forward, and here you will place an upside down stair facing to the left. Left of it, upside down stair facing right. So you can see it's basically just left. That's what we have right now. And we shouldn't need to grab any of these materials again, according to my calculations. Which aren't always right, but this time they obviously are. Anyway. Clear your inventory and get out smooth quartz blocks. Mangrove trapdoors, bamboo trapdoors, mangrove slab, stone stair, stone slab, cherry stair, cherry slab, and black stained glass. So to start off, above this smooth quartz stair, you will break whatever this concrete powder is here and replace it with a smooth quartz block. It would be preferred if it was a white, just so it blends a little bit better, but oh well. Left and right of the stair, you'll place a couple of mangrove trapdoors, open into it, and you can actually make these 2 tall, like so. Place a mangrove slab between those upper trapdoors and also up a block, like that. And then from the bottom mangrove trapdoors, we'll bring them forward with 2 bamboo trapdoors opened up against the copper slabs. There's a little skee ball machine. Just right of this spruce cabinet here, which is an arcade cabinet, you want to place the same thing made out of cherry. And then the same thing made out of stone, which is just a block at the bottom, upside down stair on the top. Not too complicated. Just to the right of this bench here on the back, you will place, going right, 3 stone blocks. This will begin to cover your doorway, which is just fine. You want it to. Bring that stone then up with an additional 2 blocks. And place a row of stone slabs on the top. Bring that row of stone slabs forward by 1. And then this right one can be brought down with 3 stone blocks. At the bottom left here, you'll just place a couple of stone stairs from the... I'll get there. From the left of the bottom stone block, and then on top of it, you'll place a 2x2 of black glass. We could do one more thing. From the cobbled deep slate arcade machine over here, you'll leave a gap of 1 going back to the left, which then you will place a stone block with an upside down stone stair on top. Getting somewhere. Clear your inventory yet again and get out. Spruce sign. Blackstone slabs. Blackstone stair. Polished deep slate slab and polished deep slate stair. Oak slab and oak stair. And we'll go... Where will we go? That's a really good question. Polished blackstone stairs and cauldron, I guess. That'll get us at least the back wall done and a little bit more done on the front wall. So, just left of the stone arcade machine right here, which will bring it to the... Basically so it connects into the vending machine? Yeah. You'll place the same thing of this stone made out of blackstone. While I'm thinking about it, also in line with these upside down stairs on the vending machine, you'll place a spruce sign just right there, which should be right of this bottom glass. Coming back to this stone arcade cabinet to the right of it, you'll make the same as the cobbled deep slate one out of polished deep slate. So block at the bottom, stair on top, slab on top of that. And then we'll head like around, I guess, this way and do what we can with our set. So first off, in the front right hand corner, you'll place an upside down polished blackstone stair facing forward with one behind it that faces back. Going left of it, you will leave a gap of 4, and on the 5th block, place a cauldron. Then you will leave another gap of 5, which will mean you'll count over to the 3rd block left of this doorway, and you'll place a polished deep slate block, stair on top of it facing back, slab on top of that. You can then get rid of everything but your oak. Slabs and stairs, and I'll bring them forward because I might as well. And get out. Lightning rod. Red carpet. Snow. Top snow. Gray concrete. Bamboo trap doors. And just for the hell of it, gray terracotta. Which we'll start with that actually. At the right wall here in the top right hand corner, you will count left by 1, and just underneath this polished top slab, you'll place a gray terracotta. I believe that's a speaker, but I could be entirely wrong. I'm not sure. Going back to where we were, you will come to this polished deep slate arcade machine on the front, and you'll leave a gap of 1 moving left. And you'll place a lightning rod with a red carpet on top. However, the thing with these is that I have all of the lightning rods to where they have the fat end of the lightning rod facing the floor. I'm just a genius. Like so. So if you do want to do what I just did, where you place the... I'll actually show it on the next one. Left of that, you'll place a snow with a top snow on top, and then left of that, you'll do the lightning rod with the red carpet on top. So what I'm doing is I'm placing a bamboo trapdoor here. I'm getting underneath it, so I'm, you know, crawling... And just moving back a little bit, so make sure you're still under it, but, you know, further out. And you'll hold down whatever your crouch button is, and then just click place to place the lightning rod like this, and then you can destroy that trapdoor and place a carpet. On the other side of this little bench, you'll do a similar thing, where you'll do the lightning rod, and then, I'll worry about it in a second. You'll place a gray concrete with a bamboo trapdoor to the left of that, and then left of that, another lightning rod. I'm actually going to break this gray concrete and just do it like this. Voila. Pretty easy. Going left of that, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place an oak plank with a stair on top of it facing back and then a slab on top of that. On the left wall, you want to be 3 blocks away from the corner and 2 blocks away from the little ticket machine in the corner. You'll place an oak plank with an oak stair on top of it facing right. On top of that, upside down stair facing right. There you go, there's most of the room done. I feel like we can get the rest done in one inventory. Can we? Let's see. You want to get out brown terracotta, yellow terracotta, mangrove buttons, oh, maybe not. Lime stained glass panes, brown stained glass panes, magenta stained glass panes, paintings, item frames, and a wooden pickaxe. Actually, we can. That's nice. So we'll start with the back wall, because actually we don't have to do anything on the front wall. It's just the back and the right. So from the back corner here where this spruce slab is situated, you want to be highlighting the tough brick above it, which is this one. You will count right by 2 from it, and you will break this tough brick along with the one to the right. Replace them each with a yellow terracotta with a mangrove button off the front. From this yellow terracotta, you will break the tough brick above it and also just to the right of that yellow terracotta and fill them both with brown terracotta. That's supposed to be a slice of pizza. Leave me alone, I know it's not good. From this brown terracotta here, the rightmost one, you will count right by 4 and place going right 4 lime stained glass panes. I forget what this one is. I think it's a sign that says something. From it, you will count right by 3 and down by 1, and you'll have a 2x2 painting here, which will... I have it as the one with the spider. Yeah, that one. This stone arcade machine, just kind of to the left of that painting, you will, right of this stone stair, you will place a item frame with a wooden pickaxe in it. This symbolizes the little hammer that is used in one of the knights, and also, you know, it's the, I don't know why it's actually here just swinging. I don't really know what the point of that is, but it's there regardless. On the right side here, you want to take this polished deep slate slab on this arcade machine, and above it, place 2 brown stained glass panes. Take the bottom one and extend it to the left by 1. Going right of this, you will leave a gap of 3 and do the same thing with magenta, but inverted. So essentially, the 2 parts that are too tall are facing away from each other or towards each other, or something like that. I got distracted by a comment at the same time, my bad. On the right wall, above the backmost of these 2 upside down stairs, you will place a painting, actually on the second block above, which will be a 3x4, and you want this one, the one with the girl sitting by the lake with the skeleton, just, I don't even know what he's doing. Bro's taking a bath or something. He's having a good time, whatever he's doing. Before we actually clear our inventories, I want to do the paintings in the next room just to get them out of the way, because there's only 2 of them, so we might as well, right? So, first off, actually, get rid of your brown terracotta and yellow terracotta, and you want to get out tough bricks. Actually, get rid of your mangrove buttons as well. You want to get out tough bricks along with gray and white concrete powder. I forgot this room had corners. And in each of these corners, you will place a tough brick with the concrete powder on top, and then the tough bricks going up to the ceiling, in which they will break through the polished tough. If you would like, you will notice that these don't actually line up, and that's, I guess, fine. I mean, what you can do is you can just change the back, I believe, because if you break this one and make it a white, you'll then end up breaking this whole row to be gray, white, and it should line up if you do that, according to my calculations. Yeah, it does. So you only have to switch the back wall if you want to make this one line up, because this one is exposed, at least on the right side. The left side is not, but still. But anyway, from now, on the actual back wall on the right side here, you'll be on this tough brick. You will count, I believe, left one and up one, and here you want to place a 3x3 painting, which is the one with the flowers. That's what I have it as. Yeah, like so. Then from, I guess, the left half of this painting in the middle, you will count to the left by 5. And you want another 3x3 here. Okay, really? And this one is the one with the, like, mountain background. And the dude just sitting there. Oh, I hadn't seen that one before. Like, chess one. See if I can get that again. I'm so distracted, my bad. But I want to see it. Yeah, that one. I don't know if I'd seen that one before. Interesting. Anyway. Oh, there's one more painting, huh? From the bottom left-hand corner of this one, you will count to the left by 4, and this block has a 1x1 painting, which is why I missed it. And it's the little gray and white dude. My PlayStation is screaming at me again, I don't know why. Clear your inventory now and get out. Trial spawner, you know the drill. If you want to actually, like, save 2 spots for the concrete powders, you can, but we only need it in 1 vent, so it's fine. A piston, that's always a weird one. I don't know if I've ever actually used a piston for decoration. Except in Jeff's I did, because it's the same room. Block of quartz. The bamboo and blackstone slabs again. Spruce stairs. Spruce slabs. A birch sign. And what else can I do that is easy? Sure, light gray concrete, why not? First off, on the right side here, you will take this bottom right tough brick and count left by 1 and break these 2 and replace them with trial spawners. You should know the drill at this point with these. These are the vents. I don't remember what vents connect to where. The only one I know is that the one in that room connects to this room, and I believe it's like... I believe it's the one in the... party hall goes to the basement or something, and the one in the entrance comes to this room, I think, but I'm not positive. Somebody in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong. Back left-hand corner, also on this back wall, you want it from this tough brick count down by 1 and break this one. Place a piston facing forward in it. That's like that vent cover. I don't know why that one's different. I think I also talked about that on Jeff's, as to what the deal was. I don't know still. Anyway, off of the pillar in the back left-hand corner, you will place a set of 2 block of quartz in front of it and to the right of it like this. Join them in the center at the bottom block with a single block of quartz. In the front left-hand corner, you want going up 2 bamboo planks and then a blackstone slab. Behind this, you want a bamboo plank and a blackstone slab. And to the right of this, from this corner block particularly, you have a blackstone block with a bamboo slab. You can, I guess, invert the 2 side ones. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have the blackstone slab on top, that's really all that's important. Anyway, just to the right of that, you'll place a set of block of quartz that is too tall. Take this bottom block of quartz and it will go both back and to the right again, so it'll give you that same stack. I feel like I confuse myself with that sometimes, but whatever. While I'm considering it, front right hand corner, light gray concrete with another one behind it. We're going to actually go back to the back left, and you want to take note of this painting here. From it, you want to count right by 2, and on this tough brick, you'll place a sign, and on the top line of this sign, you will type in all caps, JUN, which is the abbreviation for June, have a space, and then do 1985. And that's when this game takes place, I guess. I don't really know. Right of that sign, you'll place a spruce slab. Below it, spruce stair. Below that, a spruce plank. In front of that spruce plank, a spruce stair facing forward. In front of that, a spruce stair facing back. And then from this top spruce stair, you'll place a slab left and right of it, and bring each one down with an upside down stair that should face into the body. And this is yet again Freddy, Golden Freddy, Glamrock Freddy, Toy Freddy, Funtime Freddy, Withered Freddy, Fredbear, I don't know, it's a Freddy of some sort. There, again, as I mentioned before, there's 90,000 million Freddy suits in this place. I don't understand. You can clear your inventory now. And get out. Block of coal. Item frame. Heavy core. Composter. Mangrove stair. And a dark oak trapdoor. And that should finish this room according to my calculations, yeah. To the right of the Freddy, or whatever this is, suit, you'll leave a gap of 2 and then place 2 block of coal. Bring this right one up by 1 and place an item frame off the front of each of these blocks of coal. On top of this left one, you'll place a heavy core. In the front right-hand corner on this light gray concrete, you'll place a heavy core on the backmost one. And then you will pay attention to the frontmost light gray, because you'll place a composter to the left, which can then be brought back diagonally left with the mangrove stair facing right, which can then be brought forward diagonally to the left with a heavy core. On top of this mangrove stair, place a dark oak trapdoor open to the left. There's another room added to the list of rooms that are now completed rooms, except for the ceiling still, but who cares about the ceilings? So, moving into the security office, the materials we're needing to start off here are oak planks, blackstone walls, paintings, stone stair, tinted glass, polished tough slabs, which we'll also end up using for blocks, just because it's easier. Polished andesite, a warp button, and a mangrove button? Sure. So we're going to start with our doorway here on the left wall, and you want to take the concrete pattern just in front of it, actually behind it, I lied, and you want to break it and replace it with an oak plank. Place a blackstone wall off of that oak plank like so, and that's, I don't know, it's a telephone. Heading into the back right-hand corner, or back left-hand corner, God, you'll place a stone stair with a tinted glass on top. It's too early in the morning for this, apparently. Heading back to the front half of the doorway, you want to be just on this concrete pattern here, and you'll place a 1x2 painting off of it. I have it as the little horse one. From the top half of this painting, you will count forward a block, and you'll have a 1x1 here. I'm not even going to worry about making that the right one. Although it's the one with the white border on 3 sides and the yellow middle. And then from that one, you'll go down diagonally forward, and I can't do that. And you'll place the little green teacup guy. I'm also not going to worry about that one. But if you want it, you can. It's not, I guess, particularly important. Anyway, heading back to the back wall, you want to count right by 2 from this tinted glass to this concrete pattern. Break it, replace it with a polished andesite, and place a warp button off of that polished andesite. From that, you will count right an additional 2, and going forward on the floor here, you'll place 2 polished tough slabs. Or, polished tough blocks, my bad. Bring each of those right with 7 upside down slabs. There's where the slabs come in. And then a block here at the end. Off the back right polished tough, you'll place a warped button on top. And off the front left one, you'll place a mangrove button off the front. Are there any other paintings in this room or anything? There's some polished stuff. Sure, we can place that, why not? Front right-hand corner of the room, you want to count it back by 3. And you'll place going back 2 polished tough. It should be centered? Well, not quite. It's almost centered. It's 1 in front, but it's close enough. Bring each polished tough then up with an additional polished tough, and you'll have this. Clear your inventory and get out. Trial spawner. I just got distracted. Blackstone. I forgot blackstone's in nature. Obsidian. I don't know if I've ever used that in a tutorial. Block of coal. Oak fences. Oak slabs. Skeleton skulls. item frame, and we'll go with the clock. Why not? That'll go in one of our item frames. Not the both, but one of them. So on the left wall above this 1x2 painting, you will place an item frame with a clock in it. Fairly simple. Coming to the top left-hand corner of this room, you will count right by 1 from this light gray concrete on the back wall and make this one a trial spawner. Now, this is where it gets a little peculiar. Above the desk here where the upside down slabs are, you want to break this first row of concrete powder. That should be 7. I guess you're breaking 6. You're actually leaving 2 on the right and 1 on the left. Forgot about that little nidbit. You will then break up an additional row from this. And then you'll break 2 more rows up that'll extend 1 off the left from that previous row and 2 off of the right, which will make it the length of the desk. In the bottom 2 rows, you will go left to right and place 3 block of coal and then 3 blackstone. In the top row, you'll go left to right and place 3 blackstone, 3 obsidian, and then 3 block of coal. And you'll do that in both these top 2 rows. That was just my way of differentiating the monitors. I guess I actually thought about using walls and stuff too to, divide them better, but I just think this worked particularly better, making them all different blocks. So anyway. Next up, we're going to place the mini arenas that are just everywhere. So, actually, first off, from this front left-hand polished tuff, you will count right by 2 and place an item frame. Then you'll come to the warp button here on the back right and count left by 2 and place an oak slab. Off the left of this oak slab, you'll place a skeleton skull, which will give you this. On top of that skeleton skull, you will end up placing an oak fence with a skeleton skull on that. Then on the bottom row, you'll count to the kind of block of coal here on the bottom left, this monitor, and you want to be on the top middle block of coal. You'll place an oak slab off of it with a skeleton skull to the left. Just above the blackstone here, you'll place an oak slab on this light gray concrete in the middle with a skeleton skull to the left again. Not perfect, but it does the job that I needed, so no complaints. You can now clear your inventory and get out. Birch pressure plates. Wither skeleton skull. Dark oak planks. Dark oak doors. Dark oak trapdoors. Steve head. Spruce, oh my god, spruce slabs, there we go. Which we'll also use for planks because it's easier. Nether brick fence. And a crimson slab. And that'll almost finish our build. Yeah, we'll have everything but like 3 or 4 materials. So, just to the right of the desk, you want to place from this back polished tuff 4 dark oak planks to the right. Did I say left? I think I said left. To the right is what I meant. You'll then bring that up with 3 rows of dark oak. Recording this particular portion without any water was a mistake, but oh well. Off the bottom half of this, you'll place a set of 2 dark oak doors, or I guess double dark oak doors that'll all face towards each other, hopefully. It's kind of weird to place, but I just went in an order and then broke the middle 2, placed that one back, and then that one. And the top half, you'll just place dark oak trapdoors, covering up this portion of the dark oak. This is mainly to make it flat, not really for any particular looking reason. On top of this, you'll take the top left dark oak plank and place a Steve head on it facing directly forward. I forget what this is. I think it's like a biddy bab or something. I remember not a biddy bab, but it's some sort of thing. You'll then leave a 1 block gap to the right and place a spruce plank, and then right of that a slab. Heading to the polished tuff here, you'll place a nether brick fence on top of the back one with a dark oak trapdoor opened up against it. In front of the fence, you'll place a crimson slab. You want to take the right half of the desk, this polished off, and trace it forward, and then count to the left by a block. Here you will place a spruce plank. Left of that, 2 spruce planks on top of each other. Left of that, a plank and then a slab. Left of that, a gap, and then a plank and slab again. Left of that, another plank and slab. Left of that, a plank, and then you'll stop there. Next row in front, you'll just start from the furthest right spruce that you placed, and you will place nothing on this first block, plank on the second, slab on the third, nothing on the fourth, plank and slab on the fifth, plank and slab on the sixth, nothing on the seventh, and then on the eighth one, you'll place a spruce plank, which should be just a little bit more out, like so. Heading back to the left wall, this row of light gray concrete in line with the top half of the doorway, you'll place upside down spruce slabs off of. Above that, you'll place another row of upside down spruce slabs, like so. To finish off this set, we'll do a couple things on the desk. First off, on the back left-hand polished off, you'll place a nether brick fence. I forgot there was a thing here. You'll then leave a gap of 3 to the right or discount to this 4th slab and place a birch pressure plate. It should be the furthest right one you can place on the left side of this mini arena. And then from the oak slab of this aforementioned mini arena, you'll go forward diagonally to the right by 1 and place a wither skeleton skull facing backward. I think that's an alarm clock or something. I don't know what it is particularly because I don't remember, but there you go. Clear your inventory, and for the final set in this room, you can get out a soul lantern, pointed dripstone, warped slabs, or warped stairs and warped slabs, I guess. I meant to say stairs first, but you need both anyway, so. And bookshelves. This part is particularly weird. So, first off, actually, we'll start with the less weird things. On top of the netherrack fence here on the left, you'll place a soul lantern. And on top of this top row of upside down spruce slabs here on the left, you'll place pointed dripstone. Now for the weird part. In the front right-hand corner along the right wall, you want to break the bottom, I think it's 4 rows? 1, 2, 3, yes, the bottom 4 rows of the wall on these and the 3 rows. Like so. And then fill them in with bookshelves. You'll then, going across the front, you'll leave these first 2 open, and the next 3 can have the bottom 2 rows broken and filled with bookshelves again. Like so. Off of each of these, you'll place... You'll place warp stairs off of the side bookshelves that face towards the middle, and then you'll have warp slabs in the middle to kind of create, well, a bookshelf. It will sort of be missing something though, so you will place a row of warp slabs off the top. Like so. In the front left-hand corner is another bookshelf, although I didn't actually embed anything into the wall for this one. You'll place, going up on the left here, 2 warp stairs facing right, and then a slab. Bring each stair right with 2 slabs, and then a stair facing left, and then the slab can just be brought to the right by 3. Like so. Now we just have 1 room left. And it is the smooth stone room. I'll say I like Mr. Room somewhere, but I don't think I did. So you can open your chat first to get rid of your pop-up message, even though you probably don't have one, and you're gonna be in this smooth stone room. Important thing with the orientation of this one, the doorway is on the left in this room. So you can see where I am standing, the doorway is to my left. Even though you can't actually access it, but I suppose that's besides the point. Regardless, you know, the back wall is this wall. that I'm looking at. You can clear your inventory if you still have anything in it, and you can start by getting out spruce planks, spruce slabs, oak plank, just for the hell of it, oak stair, and you'll see why I'm saying that in a second. Blackstone wall, trial spawners, they're always back, aren't they? Granite slab. This room should be easy now that I'm looking at it. I was thinking this room was complicated, but it's not that bad. And then we'll go... Oh, what will we go? Smooth quartz blocks and red concrete? That seems reasonable. So first off, just for the hell of it moment, you want to head to the left here into your doorway. And I guess it technically doesn't matter which block because, well, it's blocked off anyway. But I'll pick the tough, in line with the tough brick. You'll fill in the bottom 2x2 of the doorway and with oak planks. At the top half, you'll place a set of upside-down oak stairs facing into each other. We're making this door now because when we finish this room, we're going to add the ceiling for this room and just completely close it off. I actually just decided to do that literally right now. But anyway, like, you can't enter through there anyway, so what's the point of leaving it open? We might as well just cover it now. Anyway, if you are paying attention to the doorway, you will count it back by 2 from the middle half, and on this smooth stone, you'll break it. Place an oak plank with a blackstone wall off of it. Below that blackstone wall, you want to place a spruce plank, which is brought right with an upside-down spruce slab, and then another spruce plank. Bring that whole thing back with 2 rows of upside-down spruce slabs, and then you'll have your ends of this next row be spruce planks with an upside-down slab in the middle again. Oh my god, on top of the back right spruce plank, you'll place a blackstone wall. You'll bring it left 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, then you'll count back down by 1, and then go left 2 and up 1. Counting to the right, you'll leave this first smooth stone open, and then the next 2 will be broken along the, I guess, base of the wall and be replaced with trial spawners. You'll then leave another gap of 2 in place, going right, 3 spruce planks, gap of 3, 3 spruce planks, and that should end you in line with the wall there, like so. I remembered something that we forgot in the security office, that's great. Bring each spruce plank forward by 3. We'll double back in a second. And then on the top row of smooth stone here, you'll pull, or I guess not the top row, but the second row of smooth stone above the back of these tables, you'll place upside down spruce slabs. Down diagonally forward, you'll place another row of upside down spruce slabs, like so. The back right row of upside down spruce slabs, you will count to the left from and break these 2 smooth stone and replace them with smooth quartz. The blocks above the smooth quartz can be red concrete, particularly the 1 per. Above this, you'll leave a gap of 1 and you'll be in line with the top of the wall where you'll place a couple of granite slabs. You will then extend these granite slabs to the left by, counting is hard apparently, left by 7, I believe? Yes, 7. Yeah, cool. Is that all we can do with this set? I feel like yes, but I also feel like no. Yeah, okay, it is. So we'll place the heavy core once we get out the heavy core in this room. We'll just run back over there. But anyway, to start off, you will get out... We'll go painting, actually. And then warped fence, bamboo fence, nether brick fence, mangrove slab, bamboo slab, smooth quartz slab, crimson fence, and we'll go item frames? Sure, we'll go item frames. So, first off, above the trial spawners, you will be on the second smooth stone above, particularly the left one, and you will end up placing a 2x2 painting here. Forgot you can't do that. And I have it as the one with the hand that looks like it's trying to roast a marshmallow, but not succeeding. Like a really big hand, and like that's the marshmallow right there. It's just really tiny. Bro got like the extra mini marshmallows, the singular grain of marshmallow. Anywho, in front of the right bottom blackstone wall here on this weird pipe thing, whatever it is, it's some sort of pipe or electrical wire, you'll place a bamboo slab, and then in front of the bamboo slab, you'll place a mangrove slab. To the left of the bamboo slab, we'll actually count left by 2 and place a crimson fence here with a smooth quartz slab on top. On the on these 2 workbenches, which is I guess what they are, you'll take this, on this first one at least, the bottom row of upside down spruce slabs, and place a bamboo slab above the middle one. On actually both of them this time, you'll take the left and right bottom upside down spruce slabs and place item frames off the front of them. I forget what these are, but they're there. These are fairly similar, which you'll see in a second here. Ooh, why did I do that? You still need the warped fence, bamboo fence, and nether brick fence. So, regardless of whether or not you cleared your inventory, it doesn't matter. Just wait a second if you didn't. If you did, you need these 3 real quick. You want to go right to left and place 2 nether brick fence, 2 bamboo fence, gap of 1, 2 warped fence. Below the warped and the nether brick fence, you'll bring the left one down with their respective fence by 1, and on the bamboo fence, it'll be the right one brought down by 1. These are, again, I think they're rope, actually. Or there's something rope-ish that are just kind of dangling there. Clear your inventory again and get out flower pot. Blue candle. Cobble the deep slate walls. Structure voids, which again, if you don't have structure voids to your disposal, I think there's no alternative. Black carpet. That's not even the right color. There we go. Polished black stone button. Birch sign. Skeleton skull. And I guess we can't really avoid it. You'll go heavy core. Because it's the only other thing we need for this. However, that does mean we'll have to figure something out for one of them, because I want to, well, we don't actually need that many other materials, so we'll probably just get it again instead of worrying about placing it. So we'll go actually, we'll start with the thing that's on both of them. So between the 2 item frames on both of them, you'll place a black carpet on the bottom here. Behind the spruce slabs where the item frames are situated on, you'll place a couple of cobbled deep slate walls. On the left one, you'll place, on this top row of spruce slabs, a flower pot on the left one and a blue candle on the right one. On the bottom one, you'll place a heavy core on the right. Also on this one, on the front left-hand spruce plank, you'll place a cobbled deep slate wall with a structure void to its left and right. I don't believe there's one above it. No, there's not. I don't think, is there? There's not, okay. Love doubting myself. Great. On the other one, you'll place on the top left spruce slab of this top row a skeleton skull facing back. Top right, a flower pot. On this one, the I guess bottom right slab, a birch sign that just faces forward, has nothing on it. And then from this black carpet, you'll go forward diagonally to the right and place a cobbled deep slate wall. Left of that wall, a structure void. Left of that structure void, a polished blackstone button. Now, really quickly, while I'm remembering, in the security office, the heavy core is placed directly to the left of the back of the little desk here. You can see where I put it right there. Just, if you want to worry about it later or something, go for it, but this is where it's placed. Might as well get it out of the way. While, again, I am thinking about it, because I know if I forget or, like, don't do it right now, I'm going to forget entirely. Anyway. Clear your inventory, and I'm going to do one other thing because I know I'm going to forget this if I don't do it right now. In this particular room, you'll get out nether brick walls, nether brick fence, stone slabs and stone stairs, red terracotta, beehives, heavy core yet again. Where is it? I should know where this is. I'm using it in every freaking build at this point in time. There it is. It also gets used in Indigo Park, funnily enough. Anyway, you want both the, like, copper grates, which is the waxed copper grate and the waxed oxidized cut copper gate. Or not cut, just copper gate. I always want to say cut, because I'm so used to the freaking slabs. I'm always using the copper slabs. So on the left wall here, you want to be on this top left smooth stone, and you'll count back by 3 to this one. You'll place a nether brick fence with a nether brick wall below it. Below that, a nether brick fence, and below that, a nether brick wall, and you just have that. I don't know what it is, I forget what it is. I think it's, again, some sort of wire-ish thing. In the front left-hand corner, you want to place an upside-down stone stair facing right. Right of it, an upside-down stair facing left. Behind each of those, an upside-down stone slab, and behind each of those slabs, the same thing with the stairs again. Not fun to place, but I got it. On the middle left block of this table, you'll place a waxed oxidized copper gate with a heavy core back diagonally right. From this stone stair, you'll count right by 2 and place 2 red terracotta on top of each other. Gap of 1, heavy core, gap of 1, beehive. Right of that, 2 beehives on top of each other. Right of that, a single beehive. Then a gap of 3, wax copper gate. Right of that, another copper gate. Right of that, an oxidized grate. Right of that, a normal copper grate with an oxidized copper grate on top. There you go. Clear your inventory and get out. Mangrove stair. Dark oak trapdoors. Paintings. Gray concrete, and we'll go pearlescent frog lights. And that'll finish off, I believe, this entire room. Unless, again, I'm missing something insane, but I don't think I am. So you want to count just between these end 2 tables to the middle block in the front of it here. You will count forward from this by 3 and place a mangrove stair here facing left towards the door. You'll place a dark oak trapdoor on that stair open to the right. You can then actually trace this to the right wall, and then from the, I guess we'll say the bottom block, yeah, here, which is this one, you'll count up by 3 and back by 1, and you'll place a 1 by 2 painting right here. It's not quite a 1 by 2. That's not a 1 by 2 either. There we go. I have it as whatever this one is. It looks like a person or something. I don't know. So to start off for the ceilings, I guess, you'll place a row above the top row of the smooth stone, a just full ceiling of very concrete. We'll worry about the lights in a second here. I just don't want to do them right now. And I'll tell you to do all the other ones separately. We're just going to start with this one in particular. I stepped up onto the wall because I was like I think it was a half a block below that. And then when I stepped up onto the wall, it helped me step up onto the wall, and that was annoying. The actual wall, I should say. God, that made no sense. Anyway, see, I don't know if these are not in line intentionally, but I'll show you how I have them. If you are above this room, you will take the back right-hand corner, which is this one, and you want to count left by 2 and forward by 2 and break this gray concrete along with the one to the left and place pearlescent frog lights. From the back left-hand corner, you will count right by 2 and forward by 1 and break 2 to the right and fill them with pearlescent frog lights. I, again, don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's how I have it, so we're just gonna go with it, I guess. Now, I would advise just filling in all of your ceilings in with gray concrete. Probably a good idea to do this with /row commands, just like taking a corner of one row and then going to the opposite. And just doing it that way. I am going to actually go back when I do this, though, and break in between the walls. Don't ask why. Like, you see right here, I'm going to break these 2 rows just because I like to kind of know where the walls end and start. I don't know where this one is, though. Wow, actually, wait, where am I? I'm not that far off, okay. There it is. But yeah, it's not really a huge deal whether you have it or not. I just like to know where they are. I'll save the ball pit room for special treatment. But yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Well done to anybody who's made it through the whole thing. Okay, there's one. Should be like here or something. Yeah, a little further right. Yep, there it is. Just don't know if the walls are 1 or 2. That's where I'm forgetting things. Because, like, some of them are 1 and some of them are 2, and I just don't know. So we're going to go just room for room and basically finish off anything that we didn't do as far as ceiling stuff. Because there's a couple things that aren't just lights that we need to do. And then from that point, we'll go back through and add the doors at the very end. Just because it's easier to move through the rooms if the ceilings aren't there. So we are just going to kind of hold off on them. Ooh, where is this one? A little bit more... No, a little bit more the other way. Right there. Perfect. Oh, I do want that covered up, though. Because that's a slab. I think that's everything. Ah, not the ball pit room. That needs to be covered. This is, by now, the longest tutorial I've ever posted as far as single video. So yeah, I'll have this, pretty much. Now, head into really any room of your choice. I'm going to start with the entrance of the lobby room, so find your way here regardless, I guess, of where you pop down. And I am going to start by clearing my inventory, because this room needs a little bit more, I think. I mean, we do need the pearlescent frog lights again, but... This is the weird room. So you actually need 3 different slabs in here. You need mangrove slabs, waxed, weathered, cut copper slabs, and dark prismarine slabs. And then you also need pearlescent frog lights and verdant frog lights. And we're just going to start with that for now, because I'm not positive. Well, I know you need lanterns, actually, so just grab those out. You might as well, because that'll, I think, finish both of these 2 rooms, unless I'm missing something in there, but I don't think I am. We'll start with the weird thing. So you want to come to the top left-hand corner inside of the polished off slabs and count back by 1. Place an upside-down mangrove slab here with a waxed, weathered, cut copper slab to the right of it, which is kind of, I guess, down diagonally again. Right of that, a dark prismarine slab. And then, I guess, kind of back diagonally right, and I guess up with an upside-down mangrove slab. Right with a regular weathered, or... yeah, a cut copper slab, whatever. Then right with an upside-down dark prismarine slab. Back diagonally right with an upside-down mangrove slab. Right with a cut copper slab. Right with a dark prismarine slab. Back diagonally right with an upside-down mangrove slab. Right with a cut copper slab. Right with a dark prismarine slab. Right with an upside-down mangrove slab, and then right with an upside-down cut copper slab. From either corner of gray concrete that you can see, you will count in by 2 and forward by 1 and break this gray concrete along with the 1 to the inside of it, like so. The left gap will be verdant frog lights, and the right will be pearlescent frog lights. I think this is the point where I go get water. Because, ow. Water successfully acquired. Anyway, next room to the right. I'm pretty sure it's just lanterns in this room. And if you remember how Jeff's work, I don't think it's the same layout. But it is still in the center, which is in line with the back half of the doorway would appear. I'll just confirm that this is correct. Yeah, back half of the doorway. First lantern is in line with the center of Pirate's Cove. Like so. The second lantern, alright, this one's going to be specific. There's an item frame with a pumpkin pie on the back wall. The first one that you see, that's a pumpkin pie. The next lantern is in line with that one. The lantern after that is just to the right of the doorway leading into the party hallway, which is this first one that you encounter. Like so. I think that I just put that centered, yeah. I'm, for some reason, not sure on it, like, sometimes. The next one is, it's a 2x2 painting that I have as the cake one with the flower pot, but it's just to the right of the kitchen door. You'll be in line with the left half of that painting for this next lantern. And then the final one is in line with the right half of the ball pit door. That's not even the right half. Okay, there we go. Let me just check something. So the basement does not need anything. However, the room to our right does need a little bit of help here. And where you want to get out 3 materials, which is perfect because we have 3 slots. Chains, item frames, why did I do that? And nether stars. In each of the back corners, you'll just place like a kind of little set of chains where on the bottom chain you'll have an item frame with a nether star in the front of it that's rotated once. I'll give you my particular measurements. So from this back left-hand gray concrete, you'll actually count forward by 1 to start. And then you will place, going down, 3 chains. Right of that, you'll have 2 chains coming down. And in front of the row of 3, you'll have 1 chain. And again, off the bottom chain of each of these rows, you'll have an item frame off the front. I guess you could technically do off the bottom, couldn't you? Oh, that might be weird. But off the bottom chain, you'll have an item frame off the front. Nether star in it, rotated once. Obviously, if you're in survival, don't worry about getting like 7 nether stars for this, because it's just unnecessary. But anyway, back right-hand corner, this one has a little bit more going on. You'll count forward by 1, and you'll have 1 chain. Left of it, 3. Left of that, 2, and then in front of the row of 3, you'll also have another row of 2. And then again, bottom chain, item frame off the front. No, nether star rotated once. I don't know why that was funny. But nevertheless, it was. The next room is the ball pit room, and I would advise getting rid of one of these 3 materials. I'll get rid of the nether star and getting out an ochre frog light, because you need it. So, from the back right-hand gray concrete, it's kind of really hard to highlight, but you can just highlight this crimson fence if you so choose. You want to count forward by 4, and left by 2, and you want to be actually, correction, left by 3. You want to be in line with the center of the ball pit along with the, or in line with the front of it. You'll break this gray concrete along with the one to the left and fill them with ochre frog lights. You'll then do, basically, it's in the exact same position on the other wall where you can just trace over and count to the 4th one and break it along with the one to the right. 3 off of either, 3 off the sides, 4 off the back. That's all you really should know, as far as math is concerned. And my controller battery is low. That's just fantastic. Oh god. I'm throwing things now. Not really, I'm just plugging in the charger and having a tough time with it. Heading into the kitchen. There's 2 lanterns in this room, and they are in line with the front half of the doorway, yes. You will be on the second gray concrete to the right, and you'll place a lantern there. And then you'll also have one just beyond the right side of the furnace, which should be there. The pizza oven, whatever you want to call it. It is technically speaking a furnace, just, you know, that sounds weird to say. Anyway, next room over, which is the party hall. You'll be in line with the front half still, and you want to, front half of the doorway still, and this first lantern is in line with the middle paper pal, which is right there. Ah, there's the center, okay. I didn't think there was, actually. The next lantern will be in line with the brown and blue concrete that are stacked on top of each other, which represent balloons, by the way, in case you were curious. I don't know if I ever made that clear, but I guess if you've made my other FNAF maps, that might be clear enough. Just after this 2x2 painting, you'll have a gap of 1 and then a item frame with a fire charge. You want to be in line with that gap of 1. And then the final one is in line with the single 1x1 painting that has the kind of set of 2 to its left. You can get rid of your item frames and get out soul lanterns for the next room over, and there's a single soul lantern, and it is basically, if you take the, out of these 2 mangrove stairs that are sitting here on the floor in front of this table, you'll take the right one and count forward by 1 from it. You'll just look up then and place a soul lantern right there. It's not at all centered, but I never said it was supposed to be, so, you know, there's that. The arcade is void of lighting, so I guess if you want to go through it here, you can, and then head to the right to this room. Get rid of, I guess, the chains and get out sea lanterns, and it will be off of either back corner. You'll take this gray concrete and count to the right by 1 and break 2. And replace them with sea lanterns. In the security office, it's basically every, well, okay, let me explain this more. You'll come to the back left-hand gray concrete and count forward by 2 and right by 2. Going right, you'll break 2 gray, leave 2 open. Break 2, leave 2, break 2, leave 2, break 2. And then break another gray concrete in front of each of those previous broken ones. Fill in each 2x2 with ochre frog lights. There are essentially 2 steps left, but you can clear your inventory from this point. You want to get out just mangrove planks and mangrove stairs. I'll explain the last step separately. And what you want to do is you want to fill every single doorway in with a door. Now, on my original one, I believe I did left half, actually. Let me check if they're all left half. If you have the option to go either left or right, I believe they're all left. And they're also all forward. In addition, you need gray concrete. I forgot about this again, which I'll explain in a second here. But basically, each door is whatever choice you pick. I'm going to pick left because that's how I have it originally. You'll place mangrove planks on the bottom. Set of mangrove stairs on top of it facing into each other. Set of upside down mangrove stairs on top of that facing into each other. Okay, no, this is not the door that I thought I was looking at. In addition, while you're doing this, like if I put one here, you want to just behind the doorway, you'll break a 2x2 into the floor and replace it with gray concrete. This is, again, the little arrows that point like, hey, the entrance is this way, dummy. Or the door is this way. Again, if you are making this to make it game accurate, you should add this. If you are just making this as some aesthetic thing in a map, do not add the gray concrete. Because it isn't actually, technically speaking, there. It just is in this version. Or in the game version, so you know where you're going. If you do end up locking yourself in a room, if you have an elytra, you can just do this. Or you could alternatively, I think, use a trapdoor, but that might be weird because of the offset with the stairs. But yeah, so again, you can see here I'm breaking gray. Sometimes there won't always be a 2x2 also. Like, the 3x3 doorways. I don't know why that's not like that. If you remember how to make these, it's the same, where it's a row of mangrove planks along the bottom, row up the center, and then the mangrove stairs facing into that center row above these side ones, and then upside down mangrove stairs facing into the center on top. And then this is, again, a 3x2 behind. You could try to push it. I guess you can't push that door in because there's a wall there. But, yeah. I'm going to head over here and make sure that I'm in the right room. And again, that one room that we did earlier, you won't have to touch because everything there is done. But do make sure that you are doing the gray concretes. Like you see, I just closed off the kitchen, so I would naturally just close it off from the outside there, but I do have to go inside to... Well, I guess I don't have to go inside. I just have to do the gray one way or another. You shouldn't have anything in the way to, like, on your floor. Nothing was blocking it when I made this build originally, and I still am not running into any problems, so we're gonna assume that everything is okay. Which perhaps is a bold assumption, but I like making bold assumptions, so. And then it's just this door and the door in here, which is the 3x3. There you go. There's Jeff's done. One thing you should do, however, if you are worried about lighting, you should come, or you should just walk the inside without night vision on and just see how everything looks. However, there is one thing I will particularly point out. The trio spawners that are visible from the outside. If you just fly around here, there will be a couple that you'll be able to see. You should just cover up the back of them with black concrete. If you're feeling extra like I was, I also made underneath them, whatever blocks these are, polished basalt that are sideways. But that's really completely optional, and I'm going to also cover this piston, because I believe that lets light in, but I'm not positive on that. Put that right there. So really, it is just making sure that all of your vent coverings are well vent covered. There shouldn't be any on the front, because the front is kind of bare. And I think the other ones are all, like, in the middle of walls. But just kind of walk around your interior, make sure everything is as you want it. But, yeah, that's all for me. So once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Freddy Fazbear's Pizza from Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit complete. For those of you who did the entire thing, congratulations. This is definitely up there. I still think Playtime Co. is probably longer overall in time, but I'd say this one definitely is a challenge. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.